Thank you, 1,752 days that Afghan girls cannot go to school. They built walls not only around the schools, but around trees. They know another truth. A society cannot breathe while it is not allowed forbidden to speak. Freedom cannot exist to travel safely or choose their own future. Too many children are pushed into marriages before they had lived their childhood. This is not dignity. This is not justice. These girls carry the future, and every mother carries a generation within her. The women they truly ensured are the very women who raise every generation, who teach compassion with few words, who build families, who build nations. You cannot erase women without ensuring humanity itself. We don't ask privilege, we ask for freedom. Freedom to learn, freedom to work, freedom to walk without fear, freedom to choose our lives, freedom to dream. Right. Justice cannot exist while the equality belongs only for some. Our struggle is not only for Afghan women, it is for the meaning of human dignity itself. We stand here today not because we are fearless, but because until no child is forced into marriages, until woman is erased by law, until no government can decide the end out of humanity. We stand for our rights and others because history is watching. And one day Afghanistan under every war fought. We stand steadfast, we
interesting.
Yeah, I know. It is.
Believe in the British values.
Time. Right. This man is trying to tell us all that Christians are not being persecuted in Egypt. I'm reading from an article about the experience of Christian footballers in Egypt. So, after years of playing with a local team, Zachary thought he'd struck gold when he was 5-year-old Christian Zachary recounts. I presented my ID card to complete the contract, and Yusuf saw my name, and he was surprised to learn that my name was Ramon, is my real name and not a nickname. He returned my ID and left the room. The contractor attended the meeting told me later that Yusuf doesn't like to explain in my next minute why we shouldn't allow people like this to settle in our country.
So I never claim that Christians are not being persecuted in Egypt. Well, in Egypt, we don't have individual rights to begin with. So it doesn't matter if you're gay, Christian, other community, any other minority. Sometimes we don't get the same treatment as everybody else. But it's not because they're Christians, but because the Egyptian society is not an accepting, liberal society like we are in the West here. That's why. Now, we had a conversation about the kind of state that we would live in if we return to in the basic values of liberal democracy. You say that you want to deport me. We don't live in a tribe anymore, man. We live in a civilized, liberal community.
Time. So here's why people like this man should be deported. Just as we should deport, they will support terrorism here. And that's exactly what we've seen with Palestine action. And for those of you that are listening late to this debate, the brother is trying to subtly change his position. He's gone from saying Christians were not persecuted to I didn't. He can stand there and admit and condemn that Christians are persecuted in Egypt, then I would be more sympathetic to him coming to this country. But if he is going to be an apologist for the persecution of Christians in Egypt, then he should not be welcome.
Well, 1 second, please, because you're listening.
You've just got to ignore that.
2, 1.
Again and again, I'm repeating that I said that Christians are persecuted not because they're Christians, but because Egypt is not an accepting liberal society. Christians have more rights than me, than someone who doesn't believe in God, who is from a Muslim family, who grew up as Muslim. I would be subject to more persecution than a Christian who lives among us and people accept him. Yes, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. And it can't be like the West, because I'm a Polish citizen. You would say this only to someone who has the same skin color as me. I don't know what you're in about. But it has really nothing to do. Because having a different opinion, no matter what that was, should not be a ground for you. Go ahead.
Time. So just to be clear, if a Polish or a German migrant denied the migrants bring to our land, and we have the right as the people that live here to decide who gets to stay here. And one of the assessments, not the only assessment, but one of the assessment should be there to the UK, and anyone of any ethnicity who denies the persecution of Christians abroad should be barred from migrating here. Why? Why? Because if they are willing to ignore the persecution of Christians abroad, they will ignore the persecution of Christians in the UK.
Right, that's right.
Has a certain rhetoric that he just wants to say, regardless of anything I'm saying. Because you have a racist ideology. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No. Because if we're having a logical conversation, he would respond to what I say. But this is racial and skin color. You're saying that I should have, that I would not be defending the Christians. I defend the minorities everywhere. I defended the minorities in Egypt. I defended the gay rights, women rights, Christian rights, atheist rights, everywhere. Even though it's in Egypt, in the middle of persecution, and you're saying that you would deport me. You are not.
You know someone's lost the argument when they play the race card. It's an instant lose. Because everyone in this park, and notice he's ignoring what I said. Because I said if a Pole or a German migrant said what he said, they should be deported as well. It was based upon Islam under the Islamic regime. And let us be clear, they are being persecuted because they are Christian. And I'll point out the hypocrisy of this man. When I talked about the presidential position and said Christians can't become the president of Egypt, he said that that wasn't persecution. Country does not need these kinds of migrants. We need migrants who will agree with our culture, our customs and beliefs.
This is truly un-British. You're someone who is identical to your set of thinking and set of beliefs. This is un-British. The British culture, that's why I abandoned everything. I'm not a hypocrite. Otherwise I wouldn't come to a country that don't believe in the values of, which you don't believe in these values. You are not, you don't believe in the diversity of thought. You believe in one set of thought because you believe in national choices. And the state legislates laws, and these laws apply. It's not, you don't get to directly choose what you want to do with others. You don't live in you're not savages anymore, I'm afraid.
Time. Okay, so let's be clear. In a democracy, we precisely do get to choose. And the problem with our society integration is such a big debate because we have bound ourselves to international laws that prevent us from testing whether illegal migrants have ever broken the law in the first place. And that's exactly why we are seeing problems in our culture. We need to take a control of mass migration, both bringing to our country. Notice that I never said anything about you being deported until you denied the persecution of Christians, and you did deny it, and I've corrected you multiple times, but you're deaf.
So you rightly mentioned that they say there's rules.
And I wouldn't deny you those.
Because the people choose this. And I believe in respecting the will of the people who choose these rules because the British community is the most successful community that humanity has ever known. You don't believe in their choice. They chose that nobody can arbitrarily deport someone. I believe in the basic value that this country upholds, which is freedom of speech. Despite the fact that I didn't say that the Christians were not utterly not persecuted, that's not something I said. And I mentioned several times, you still believe that just because I have a different opinion than yours, I should be subject to punishment.
And they're an Islamist, but they haven't broken any law. They should not be allowed to gain citizenship. That means I'm advocating that people should be denied their migration right to come here based upon their opinions. There's no problem with that. I don't think anyone with a sensible mind would object to that idea. But if you should have Christians because they are Christian, as you have attempted to do again and again and again in this debate, even lying to people, because we have you on camera saying that Christians were not persecuted, but they are, then you change your position and now they're not persecuted because they're Christian, but they are.
Shows the politicians that chose to opt in the Human Rights Act and in the European Convention of Human Rights, which guarantees the freedom of thought, freedom of expression, and there's no law that prevents someone from gaining citizenship if they have a certain opinion, unless this opinion is inciting or if it's affiliated with that ground, for me, be prevented from citizenship. You wouldn't say that to a German far right, right? That's also a dangerous ideology. You wouldn't say that to Italian fascists. You would only say it to someone from a country that is underprivileged. And that says a lot about you. You would not, I am pretty sure you've never have said...
So let me just point some out. Yeah. A few years back, I can't remember how many years ago, there was a church in Egypt that was bombed. 30 odd people died. Maybe he remembers it. Maybe he was too young to remember it. I don't know. It won't take us long to find it. But let's be clear, he's saying that they are just persecuted because everybody's persecuted in Egypt. So here's a question. When was the last time a bomb went off in Egypt outside of a mosque? Huh? It never happens, but it happens regularly. And it's happened multiple times in Egypt.
Okay, this time again. I don't know how many times I should say it. I don't know if is it my accent that you don't understand? Is it that my English is not that great and you're having trouble understanding what I'm saying? I said several times, I don't deny that persecution of Christians doesn't happen in Egypt. I just said it's not up to that same level that you'd imagine. It's not to the point where people can't live, but they can experience every once in a while, which is exactly the same in Egypt. Minorities in Egypt get discriminated against, regardless of what these are. Well, you can't discriminate against Muslims because they are the majority. How can you discriminate against the majority? Atheists can live normally as well. It's not only about Christians. It's just a country that doesn't have tolerance and acceptance of diversity of ideas as this country does. Which this country believes in values that you yourself don't uphold.
Go. Right, let's be clear. I want to address a point that he made. It's on record. I've corrected him yet again, but I understand why he's thinking the way that he thinks. He doesn't know me. He doesn't understand my ideology, so he's sticking me in the only box that he has, which is you must be a racist because you think that I don't have the right to migrate here. But the point is, we have the right to choose because they are Christian are not going to bring good values to our country. If he would go back on that idea and admit that Christians are persecuted in Egypt for being Christian, I will retract my statement about the need to deport him.
Because you voted to politicians that set out the immigration rules.
Yes, vote restore.
Which I have fully committed to and I have fully met, right? So in a way, yes, you, the people of Britain, chose and I met these conditions. I'm paying my taxes, I'm paying the INHS, I paid all the application fees, I met the English language test, I met every which cannot be traced to anything other than the fact that you don't like people different than you. This is a Christian national state would look like. Tyrannical, oppressive, and controlling state. And that would lead to the failure of this great nation, which you don't believe in any value that this country holds.
He exposed the other lie. He said that Christians in Egypt have normal lives. Let me just tell you the reality of Christians in Egypt. They are essentially the dustbin men of Egypt because they can't advance economically. They are oppressed economically low, like the street sweepers of Pakistan. And what do the Pakistani Christians and the Egyptian Christians have in common? They are both Christian minorities in a Muslim majority, and that is why they are oppressed. Another lie, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I will retract my statement about the need to deport you. Do you want to do it? Do you want to take that deal?
That decision is not yours. The decision is not yours.
So in other words, no.
We live in a
Christians are not persecuted in Egypt because they're Christians. No, don't start it because it insulted me.
Yeah, again, you don't get the legal system. We have a due process that we need to follow.
I wouldn't deny you any of those.
Yes, you did. Because
no, I wouldn't deny you any of those.
People like you should be deported. Why? Because I have a different opinion than yours.
Correct.
The law of this country guarantees me to have a different opinion. It gives me the right to have a different opinion. The Human Convention, you believe in any of these things, but I do. That's why I chose to come to this country. I'm not a hypocrite. I don't live in a country that I don't believe in the values of. I don't believe in the values of Egypt. I left Egypt. If you don't believe in the values of this country, leave this country. Go somewhere else. As I left my country. But you're being disingenuous and you keep distracting the public from the fact that I said I don't deny the fact.
I don't care about any of those international treaties. We should pull out of all of them. We should rip them all up.
He doesn't believe in
no,
the British
oh,
law.
notice he's interrupted. Also, I want to correct him. Those are not British values. British values are Christian values. And Christian values are that Christians stand in solidarity. I stand with them. When the Christians of Egypt are being persecuted, I stand with them. And if you don't want to live by British values, you should not migrate to this country. If you will not stand with persecuted Christians in Egypt, then you need to be the government.
So you said you don't care about international treaties, which is formed the constitution. So you don't believe in the constitution of this country. It's not codified, but it's a collection of all the treaties and the case law and everything. So you don't believe in the constitution of this country. You don't believe in the human rights that this country believes in. Why are you here? I have the dignity to leave my country. I have dignity. I have integrity. You clearly don't have it. You don't believe in the laws of this country that protects minority, that protects freedom of speech, that protects human rights. Back to the point when you said that Christians are the lowest of the lowest. That is objectively untrue. 5 or 6 of the top 10 richest people in Egypt are Christian persecutions. I'm just saying that this persecution is generalized. This persecution is generalized. It's to every minority.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know about what's really happening to Christians in Egypt, go and look up the Christian charity Copts in Need. Go and look up Christian side of Egypt, outside of Egypt. Ladies and gentlemen, Christians in Egypt cannot evangelize without being harassed in Egyptian society. All I'm asking him to do is recognize that they are being persecuted because they are Christians. And what he demonstrates is that you want to admit that Christians are persecuted because they are Christian. So why is that a concern for me here?
Why?
Because he won't admit it that it happens there. He won't admit that it happens here.
I don't know what you're doing. Is that a straw man or a hat hominem? First, keep going with what you have to say. Has everybody heard what I said? That I acknowledge and I recognize that there is persecution happening in Egypt to Christians. How is that not clear? Can everybody hear that?
After being carried.
Then why does he come again and say that I never said? I'm saying again and again. I'm not going to repeat this point again. Persecution in Egypt for Christians does happen. Everyone who's a minority. Because again, we don't have laws and regulations to protect minorities. Thankfully, I live in a country that does. But you don't believe in these treaties, you don't believe in any international treaties, which is part of the Constitution. So can you say that you don't uphold the British values?
Were invented by a bunch of liberals who have no connection to the Christian heritage and culture and history of this land. So why am I here, he says? Why don't I migrate like he did? I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because I'm fighting for my country, like he should fight for Egypt. I am willing to retract now the statement, deport you, if you can admit on camera Christians are being persecuted in Egypt because they are Christian. If you say that, then your values are compatible with real British values. The church with the church.
I'm not standing before the immigration tribunal. You don't decide whether I get deported or not. Thankfully,
Well,
we don't live in a tribe. We live in a civilized.
Shall we bring it to a close?
Society.
Let's bring it to a close. It's been going a long time.
It was lovely talking to you. Enjoy your stay. Take care.
Final words.
So, is the way that we should organise our country. And I hopefully demonstrated to the brother that liberal secularism fails in multiple different ways.
How did you do it?
Fails to prevent Islamization, it fails to prevent the degeneration of a society. It even did, as it did in Georgia, where a nation, because of its Christian heritage, has booked the collapsing population trend, as it is doing in Poland, as it is doing in Hungary, as it is slowly reversing it in Russia, is an alternative direction. And as the host nation, we get to choose who lives in our land, and we should discriminate who gets to live in our land, not based on the colour of their skin or what but also what beliefs they are bringing and what values they are bringing, and we should measure them according to historical British values, and historical British values are Christian values, and solidarity with the church is... Thank you.
I'm more compatible with the British values than you are, clearly.
Anyway, have a good day. Honestly, I don't mean you any ill will.
Well, you threatened me with deportation.
I can't threaten you with deportation. I think I've explained my position. We should have a society that decides who migrate, that members of the Muslim Brotherhood should not migrate here.
I agree on that.
Right. So you're agreeing with the principle
Because I
that we
believe
should
in
discriminate
freedom-
based upon values and ideas.
No, because the freedom, I believe in freedom of speech and expression, not freedom of action. Muslim Brotherhood are taking action, and you said that we should be able to decide.
Correct.
What you yes, you have that. We live in a society that allows people like you, different people, to live in this country.
Yes.
So in a way, that is working.
So you're agreeing with me on the principle. You're just upset about the chaos of their beliefs and their values. You're upset because I'm applying the same principle to you. And you denied, in your actions, you denied the persecution of Christians in Egypt because they were Christian. That is a dangerous, un-British value. You do not share a British value.
You don't agree on the.
You don't know what British values are. My family helped to build this country. My family has been here for 1,000 years. We know the values. I know the values of this country.
I don't know
The
more.
values of this country are Christian.
That's not true.
That is
Most people who live in this country agree more with me than with you.
agreed. That's true. That's true. And that's exactly why. And that's exactly why liberal secularism fails. Because just as liberal secularism allowed this country to go from Christian to non-Christian, go to Preston, go up to Lancashire, go up and see the meltdowns.
That if
Go
were to be
up
true,
and
that would be
see-
dangerous, but it's not true.
It is true. It's happening already. You're ignorant. Go on, sir.
What Christian values allow the Christian values allow
Well, I would say tell. I think it was Richard II who was an He did it because he was broke. So he was motivated by the Jews had money and they were an easy scapegoat, and to seize their money, they said they were personas non grata. So if you understood Christian values, you would know that being motivated by greed ain't a Christian value. Yeah, I mean, generally, if you look at the pre-Enlightenment Europe, you'll say that there's Christians. Obviously, they have their lips, like the one you pointed out, but on the whole,
when they were in the Dark Ages. When they were in the Dark Ages.
well, the dark, I mean, the Dark Ages was an emotive term, but yes, they were Christian in what we call Dark Ages. We thought we were run by tyrants.
I never said that about the Brotherhood.
You blatantly said we were run by tyrants in the medieval period, and I have to point out to you about the Magna Carta. Brother, you said that when you were Christian, we were run by tyrants, and I had to point out to you the Magna Carta. Why did they think that they could campaign against the king? Why?
I would argue because of
John Locke was centuries after Magna Carta. Bro, you've just demonstrated you don't know our history. Magna Carta was in the 1213s. All I am saying is that if you want to come here, you should adopt our values.
I demonstrated that I am more aligned with the majority of the people in this country than you are.
Most of the people in this country have abandoned us.
Christian values in this country,
Again, you don't know the history. The Dark Ages aimed at Dark So it wasn't the Dark Ages, it was Christendom that took the Dark Ages. It was the Holy Roman, the new Holy Roman Dark Ages weren't dark. They were independent civilized, very things they blamed the Dark Ages because they suspected about the Roman Empire. Right? Then there's the doctrine of enlightenment and a
that's Christian values. That's the Christian values.
just saying, what side are you on? If you do end up in a conversation, you need to stuff to replace it, know when you have you got any questions? No, this one I was listening to. Yeah. Well, I would say as Christians, I think you're a Christian. You're a Christian. Right? The side that we should take is the side of the church. Not Israel, not Hezbollah, not Hamas. Right? What we should do is we should side with the church. But Hamas and Hezbollah are a threat to Christians everywhere. Right? They will attack. When they're done with Israel, they'll start attacking Christians everywhere. And so when we are deciding which side we should be on, we've got a risk assessment. And what we've got to say is, okay, we think Israel should get a blank check. Israel absolutely should get called out. But the thing about Israel versus Hamas and Hezbollah is this. The only thing Israel cares about is its own survival, which means countries like America, which have massive influence over Israel, can dial the knobs on Israel and go, right, you're going to... Hamas and Hezbollah are driven by a religious fanatism, which means that there is no negotiating with them. Right? So we deal with Israel for the threat that it is, and we deal with Hamas and Hezbollah for the threat that they are a bigger threat. And our side is always the church, not Israel.
Purely just because of how much power they have America. They have America in the back of anything they decide to do, they have the back of
You got that completely the wrong way round. America has Israel. Its superpower in the world is the USA. Israel is not a superpower, right? Israel is a client state of the West, right? Israel survives because the West backs it to survive. If you're thinking that Israel has America in its back pocket, I'm telling you, you're leaning into anti-Semitism. And Israel is in the back pocket of the US, not the other way around. It's entirely dependent on the US president. When Trump turned around to Benjamin... I mean, that's a separate question. Right? It's a separate question. It's a separate question, the 1970s. Iran, incidentally, also persecutes Christians. Right? Okay, so we should not feel sorry if the Iranian regime gets toppled. Okay? Because it has the blood of martyrs on its hands. Okay? Look, in terms of America backing Iran, I think Trump is drunk on his own power with a more American compliant regime. It is not because Israel went, you should topple America. Sorry, Iran, yes, right. Alright? No worries. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? Unless you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I
go on.
have no real what do you think about Jews in the UK?
I think that the Jewish people in the UK are under the cosh right now because our liberal elites are leaning towards Islamists, kowtowing towards Islamists. Is a sign of the illness within the UK. The fact that the British government can't protect the Jewish community is a sign of how weak the UK society and the UK state has become. You know, Jews have been in England since the Roman times. Right? Things came over in the 4th century. Jews were in England in the 1st century. Right? So you're part of the furniture, as far as I'm concerned. Right? Jews aren't a proselytizing religion. Their attitude is, let us just get on with doing what we do. And you don't, you obviously try to argue against evangelization, but you're not against it. Exactly. And so I'm all right with that. The thing, by contrast, as we've experienced in this corner, and as Christians experienced in Bradford, and as Christians experience in East London, when you're evangelizing Muslims, you'll always get some folk coming up and trying to intimidate you, threaten you, harass you, or attack you. The working class white community have massive problems with alcohol abuse. We need to deal with that. We have massive problems with drug abuse. We need to deal with that. Right? The idea that we can't fine-tune our policies to different communities and the problems that those different communities present is silly. And then what you do is you push it down, and so that everyone starts to integrate and to belong, which is what I was inviting you to integrate and to belong.
I think we've established that I have more in common with the majority of the people in this country than we do.
The majority of people in this country don't follow British values.
One of the basic values of this country.
No, that's not
Again,
there is no British value. There is no British value called democracy. There is no British value called democracy. The vast majority of
so
the
you don't
time
believe in
of
democracy,
these
you don't believe in
islands.
international treaties, you don't believe in the Constitution, you don't believe in the Human Rights Act. I don't know why you believe in that.
If you two want to debate, that's fine.
Values are.
If you had courage, you'd go back to Egypt and fight for a better Egypt.
No, I don't want to fight.
You'd go back to
I give up.
better Egypt.
No, I don't want to believe.
Right.
I go to somewhere where I believe in the values of.
Yeah.
That's not what I
British
someone with
value,
integrity.
democracy is not a British value.
So you don't believe in democracy?
No, I am a Christian Democrat, but democracy is not a British value, and democracy is the best political system that we can have. But that doesn't mean that I think it's intrinsically Christian. It's bad. It's an auxiliary to the Christian faith. The reason why I love democracy and I support the idea of democracy is because I believe in the value of peacekeeping. And the wonderful thing about democracy,
Strong democracy. Yes or no?
I believe that Christian nationalism should be the organisation. I'm literally trying to answer the question.
But it's either yes or no.
No, it isn't. Because you don't understand the distinction between Christian Christian nationalism and democracy. Christian nationalism is an organising principle. Democratic Christian nationalist state, and you can have a Christian nationalist state that is not a democracy.
Let's imagine that
You're a Christian nationalist and a Democrat.
I'm a Christian nationalist.
And
I
Democrat and lower D.
Democrat lower D, yeah, that'd be.
so if the majority
If there is a conflict between the two, from my perspective, I'm very grateful I've got a Christian country.
Yeah.
Country running on the of Christianity. Which goes by the wayside if we were to have a world which
Right.
to control.
So I'm not a liberal Democrat, I'm a Christian Democrat. Right? So what that looks like after he's made his speech that he writes, not the Prime Minister, the government and the opposition debate about the best way to implement his strategic vision, and then they prepare manifestos, present them to the people, and then the people choose which manifesto.
he's against democracy, that's what I start.
I'm against liberal democracy. You're right.
I think for me, so tradition, British Constitution.
The British Constitution, as you know, yeah, but the British Constitution, as you know, is not a codified constitution. So it's constantly evolving. So I believe in a Christian theocracy. As you know, on paper, we are a Christian theocracy. The king is both head of church and he is head of state. So on paper, at least, we live in a Christian theocracy. I just want the Christian theocracy not through force, no, through democratic change.
But shouldn't in a theocracy, head of the state, shouldn't they have some kind of religious teaching or knowledge? Or the king isn't, he's technically the head of the church, but he doesn't have.
Properly educated king who genuinely is a Christian and who genuinely is rooted in the Christian tradition. And you're absolutely right to point out that King Charles is none of those things. So he would be an unworthy king. And the thing is, I am happy to have the kings replaced if they're not Christian kings.
Who would decide the king?
It's a lunatic state. That would be a theocratical state. That would be like Iran, but just a Christian thing.
I'm in principle not
You live it. You choose to. On paper, the United Kingdom is a Christian theocracy. You might not realise that.
Is it really?
No, not really. But on paper, it is. Constitutionally, House of Lords by right, and they get to pass judgment on the laws of England.
But the House of Commons still decides.
So we live in a Christian theocracy. It's just not acting like a Christian theocracy. And you're wrong again. It is not just ceremonial, because when the bishops cast a vote, it is a real vote, and in close ties, the Lords can kill a bill.
But if the Commons was to pass it, and they insist to still pass it.
there is an injunction within the Commons that they can power through a bill. Right? But right, the government has to use exceptional measures to do that. Very seldom do it. And the reason why is because that user's only doing it because there's something wrong with the bill. And so my point to you is it's not just ceremonial, because in a very close vote it might be the bishops that decide whether a bill gets passed or not. You do not know my constitution, you do not know my history, you do not know my culture, and you've been trying to lecture me about it the entire afternoon when it comes back to you. Right.
Sorry. Practically, I don't see
not yet.
At least not. Do you see in the immediate or even in the long term a future for my people?
As I said, you're kind of part of the first. The Jews were in these islands before the Saxons were. But because Jews were perforated across the Roman Empire, it's quite possible that there were Jewish merchants, and maybe even some that settled.
Even during the expulsion, there was a community of 37 in Bristol.
Exactly. So my point is, like, I do see a part. I see a place for Muslims in this issue, and about the fact that we should introduce an ideological and cultural assessment of the migrant. Right, which he agrees with, because he agrees that we should stop Muslim Brotherhood from migrating to the UK. He's just upset that the very principle that we both agree should apply to the Muslim. Do you deny that Christians are being persecuted in Egypt because they're Christians?
There was a church that was bombed like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks?
Ah, there you go. Fact, those.
Stabbing attack in the church.
2 weeks?
Christian persecution doesn't really make the news.
See, he's Jewish. He's adopted British values.
By a majority of Christian voters.
Yes, absolutely. I don't believe that we can impose it by force. It's got to be done democratically. So whatever.
So that's what you're doing.
So by whatever, and yes, and debate and articulating your viewpoint and pushing your viewpoint is a democratic method. So I'm being true to my principles. I'm not trying to force you. Maybe we could talk about the Messiah.
Sure, at some point.
Why not right now?
Why not right now?
As a Jew, how do you...
3 minutes.
Go on.
Firstly, because I have a bus, a train from Houston in an hour. So
An hour?
I'm not.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to have a discussion about the science.
Yeah, let's do that.
He's a soon-to-be rabbi.
Oh, you're training to do that?
At some point. But you don't get, I should clarify, you don't get like a rabbinic ordination on qualifying with like a knowledge of Tanakh. You get a rabbinic ordination.
The idea is a feet.
Yeah, so you don't have I believe myself especially qualified to talk about the Messiah if I was disqualified.
Have you got a New Testament?
I do, I currently actually have a...
Okay, JC, shall we go and stand over there and have a chat? I was talking with Steve. I should probably say hello.
Please do. What you said. Not allow me. I think we've been otherwise
Engaged.
Another Zionist. Another Zionist.
Right, I'm going to go over there. Oh, nice to meet you as well. To Zoom, so they never stopped. Even from back there to the present, I've kept them going. So if you want to join them, you just go on to my website and then you sign up for them and you get the Zoom link. Thank you so much, sister. I pray that these videos reach the right kind of people. Thanks so much.
I might kind of tell you to follow around and see what's happening.
I'm gonna go and
I might just watch out more with curiosity.
I'm gonna go find someone to talk to now.
Cool. Do you mind if I tag along?
You're more than welcome to tag along. How are you?
Yes, indeed. He's my friend. He's my This isn't a distraction. This is, well, I call them friends. There's pictures of it. We seem to be getting along all right. This chap is opening his hand in the French.
He wanted to attack me. And ended up like this. There was a
He tried to stop him. That's Robbie Williams. He can't stop you. This is not the Jewish star. It is not the Jewish star.
they're trying to find
The star of David up there.
Let's try and help. Persecution of Christians abroad, it eventually gets here. Here is a Christian brother, right? Comes to the UK.
Him, okay.
Born in the UK, comes to the UK. Which is right.
very young.
Very young. Came to the UK when he was very young.
Okay, what happened?
In Ramadan, and what happened? Do you want to tell the rest of the story?
Why? Oh, look at this.
Look at the scars. Look at the confessor's scars.
Ah, what did he do to you?
I was smoking,
Yeah.
and he comes up to me, brother, don't smoke here. This is a Muslim area.
Yeah.
In my own language, he said it in Urdu.
In Urdu? Ah, okay.
Yeah, go on.
And suddenly, like, what's it called? I pushed him aside. Then he ran. I'm trying to stop him as the thing trying to stop him all the way through, but he kept trying to fight me.
Did you feel threatened by him when he was saying don't smoke here, it's Ramadan?
I did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
Them to JC, right?
it's
And then let's move them on.
Okay. Here as well. Okay.
Right? So then what happens?
I'm trying to stop him.
Scaffold.
I'm trying to stop him.
No.
Then he bites him.
Ah, bites him.
Like that.
Ah, like a little dog.
Right? This
Doesn't
isn't bringing
It happens all
problems.
the time.
Christians in this
Christian
country are being harassed in this country
Christian
like
preachers
they were
getting
being
attacked.
harassed, like they were being harassed in Pakistan and in Egypt and across the Islamic
Don't
world.
forget about Syria. Don't forget about Sudan. Christians in Sudan, Syria, every part of North.
See it when it comes to the UK, and it is now happening on the streets of the UK.
It is.
And that's why that Egyptian atheist that didn't want to admit that Christians were being persecuted in Egypt for being Christian, his views, and we've got the literal blood marks
left
of
a mark on me.
persecution
A little bite.
of Christians in England being attacked for smoking in Ramadan.
You ram it down.
Stop listening to Gary Lineker and all those other idiots and stop believing your eyes and your ears and what you're seeing on the cameras.
On social media.
It's not too late to get this route out of our last room.
I'm joking.
I know. Let me ask you this question.
Yes, but I don't want to get
You're okay, don't put the cameras on. Don't put the cameras on. Don't put the cameras on. Yeah? Don't put him on camera. All right? A half child, as the hadith say.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
I was listening to you talking about.
We're not going to change the topic, by the way. We're going to talk about this topic.
I don't know. I'll leave it be.
Leave it be.
Leave it be.
Bro, every time I come to you, you always say you don't know. I've pointed out loads of problems to you about Islam.
People say, for example, that why does Islam say I mean, what Islam says, there's a verse that says the universe is, for example, spherical, like the stomach of an ostrich, and at the same time, the Quran says that the land was laid out flat, so they say it's a contradiction. But I don't see that as a contradiction, because you could say, for example, stairs, you could lay out...
absolutely say that the earth is flat, and as you should... I'll show you where, fine. I'll show you where.
Spread like a carpet, right?
Yep, spread out like a carpet.
Even spread out like a carpet, you could spread out stairs.
One second, when was the last time you saw a spherical carpet?
But you could do it. It's not out of the picture. They're on the ground generally.
They're flat. Right. So when it says the earth is spread out like a carpet, what is it saying about the earth?
There's another verse that says that the universe is, or the earth, I don't know what it's like a stomach of an ostrich. So the land is laid out flat, generally. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the universe is flat or the earth is flat.
Right. Okay. Bro, let me just give you an example. Because the point is, like, me and you have got a fairly decent rapport with one another, yeah? Right? So hopefully you understand reasons not to believe Islam. An intelligent, brave man should not believe Islam. This Quran claims to be free from all errors and contradictions. I know I'm teaching you Islam 101, you know all of this, so I'll just cut to the point. In Surah 15, Ayah 19, it says, "And the earth we have spread out like a carpet." The first thing is, mountains are not immovable, they move. In fact, they are the very demonstration that the tectonic plates move. That's why you've got mountains. They're not immovable, they do move, they move all the time. Right? Right, yeah, please do. Right? Zakir Naik.
So carry on.
Well, my point is that the Quran is saying something that is ostensibly false. It's saying that the earth is flat. The Quran is saying that it is free from contradictions, and Muslims believe that the Quran is in error again because it says it is without error, and Muslims are wrong for saying that every verse and word of the Quran is correct. And so this is good reasons for a brave, intelligent man like you to leave Islam. But the point is, I've come to you with loads of these problems, and always your answer. Right, go on.
You would be able to. Well, there is.
You bring the scholar. I'll talk to him.
A popular modern interpretation of Surah An-Nazi'at suggests the Arabic word ha translates to ostrich, egg-shaped, linking it to the earth's geoid.
79:30.
There's a word for ha.
Right.
And they're saying that. See,
Right, but it's
I'm
a
not an expert in
popular.
Arabic as well.
It's a. Let's do 79:30.
Okay. It's like an ostrich egg.
Let's have a
Like an
look.
ostrich egg-shaped.
Straight egg shape.
Right. 79:30. Ostrich egg there.
In the Arabic,
No. So what? No. What? This is even Ali Dawah, who's long since ran away from Islam. Right? Even Ali Dawah accepts that the argument for scientific miracles in the Quran is a debunked argument. Right? Let me finish. Zakir Naik is playing of a linguist. This is done by linguists from Saudi Arabia. It's produced and published by Saudi Arabia. Right? And it says, the translation is, "And the earth moreover hath he extended." There's nothing about it being round, there's nothing about it being ostrich egg shaped. So in other words, Zakir Naik is playing on your ignorance. Right?
Your religion is man-made.
I'll come and talk to you in a second. Let me finish my conversation with him and then I'll come and chat with you.
So serious about this. You creating problems.
Just
whatever.
The ha is there.
right.
Islam, Christian, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them are man-made.
You spread it out as well. So you're using a translation and they both agree that it's spread out. It's not ostrich egg shaped.
Well, the word is there. The ha.
Yes, but the translation in two different translations is not the one given by Zakir
I would
Naik.
have to ask someone that is, if I would have to ask someone that speaks Arabic. Well, if that
Point something out to you, right? You have, in effect, asked two people who know Arabic well, the people that translated my translation and the people that translated your translation, and they both translated it the same way. So this, I'll go and ask someone who knows better Arabic, has already been done, is spread out. But spread out like what? According to Surah 15:19, it is spread out like a carpet. Carpets are flat.
look at the land, the land is spread out like a carpet.
Quran is literally saying the earth is flat. It is saying that the earth, which is the sum total of the entire earth, right? Not some of the earth, not the bit of the earth you're looking at, but the earth, all of it, is spread out like a carpet. Carpets are flat. No, it's talking about the entire earth. Now this wouldn't be a problem. It would not be a problem if the Quran did not claim to be free from error and contradiction. Right? You could explain it away.
There is a way to reconcile it.
Go on then.
If the Arabic, look, if I go to an Arabic contradiction,
Right, but the point is you've literally just done that twice. You went to a translation, wait. You went to a translation of someone who knows the Arabic better than you. I went to someone who knows the Arabic better than me, and they did not translate it the way that Zakir Naik did. Zakir Naik, about the fact you've already done the test didn't stand up, and the Quran says that the earth is flat.
There's still the possibility that the word Baha refers to around.
Where's your evidence?
I mean, let me find this, an Arab. Okay, we'll stay on this point, but let me just make another one. I'm sure you know a lot.
Be my witness. Okay? So here's your God, right, proving to you that challenge has already been met.
Is there like another Quran that?
Yep. It's in the Quran. Right? It's an entire surah. Okay?
No, I mean, it'd make a difference.
I'm going to show you. Come on, testing your Islamic Sunday school knowledge here. What's the ayah of the jinn?
I'm very lazy.
Gafar, Zufuf, Muhammad, Tur, Najm, come on. Allah says, if this were from any other than Allah, produce a surah like it. Right? The ayah of the jinn is a surah. Right? It's a surah. Right? And Allah says this. Say it has been revealed to me first, pretty much through the entire surah is the speech of the jinn. Allah is quoting the jinn an entire surah length, and he's putting it in the Quran. So Allah is testifying that there is a surah made by someone other than Allah that is equal. I'll talk with you in a second. No, not really. Look, who's speaking? Here Allah is speaking. This is Allah commanding Muhammad. Right? Say it has been revealed. So that's Allah's speech to Muhammad. To me, that a company of the jinn listened to the Quran, they said. So now Allah is quoting the jinn.
Yeah, the Quran has quoted
the Quran. Because Allah is presenting their speech as being equal to his own in the Quran.
That's why he's putting it.
That's why he's putting it there.
Yeah, that's a culture that shows that.
Right. No, it isn't. Because if I said I'll talk to you afterwards, I'll come and talk to you. Let me finish my conversation and then I'll come and talk to you. If we say, right, if I create an anthology of English literature and say that there is no literature equal to this anthology of English literature, but then I quote a French poem, right?
It's not like England ruled over France.
Yeah, we ruled over half of France at one point in history. Okay? But if I quote a French poem and then include it in my anthology of there's no poetry like English poetry, what's every French person going to say to that? So if I create a patriotic book of English poems entitled There's No Poetry Like English Poetry, and then I included a French poem in my anthology of English poems, right, they're going to say that I stole it, and what else are they going to say? Because I'm saying that there's no poetry like English poetry. Exactly. Right? So that is what we've got here. Allah is saying there's no speech like my speech, but then he steals the speech of the jinn and he puts it in his own book, and then he says there's no speech like my speech.
That's like saying the Quran, you can't quote any jinn, any human being, it has to be free of quotes.
Well, this is the point, is that when the Quran makes a claim, like you cannot produce a surah like the Quran, and then Allah himself shows that the jinn produced a surah like his Quran, then the challenge has already been met. It's logical.
Okay.
The challenge hasn't changed.
Why don't you make the challenge today? Get all the Arabic, that don't like Islam, Arabic. Get all the scientists, and surely you could come up with something better than the Quran. If this was made by people back in the day, with all the modern equipment, you could make something better. If it's not from...
Right, firstly, I think that challenge has already been met. The true Quran, Quran, I'm probably mispronouncing it. True Quran. No. Quran. Maybe it's the true Quran. The Christian Arabic poets have already met that challenge, and I think that they have succeeded. And my evidence to that is that as a test to prove, right? They went into Muslim areas and they recited their poetry, but they did it in the style of a Quranic reciter. So they imitated the form and the appearance of Quranic reciters in a Muslim area, reciting. Yeah, you can find a copy of this. Yeah, right. And they recited it in Arabic in a Muslim area, and Muslims were donating to them and applauding them and thanking them for reciting the Quran. The Muslims couldn't tell the difference. Right, but Allah has also demonstrated that his challenge has been met, because he said, if all of man and the jinn combined together, and all the trees were pens, and all the oceans were ink, they could not produce a surah like the Quran. But Surah 72 is an entire surah full of the speech of the jinn. So it's surah length. It's the speech of the jinn, and it's in the Quran. So the challenge has already been met. Therefore, if you're logical, the challenge has been met. This is not from Allah. Because the Bedouin that wrote this book, he wasn't thinking logically. He was not divine. He wasn't thinking consistently. And when he made this massive gap...
Who's the Bedouin that wrote it?
Well, we'll call him Muhammad for the sake of it.
He wasn't a Bedouin.
Well, all right. Fine. Whoever wrote the Quran, right? Whoever wrote the Quran, he was not divine. He didn't know what he was doing. And the Hindus say that the universe is expanding.
How did they know that the ants had their own language?
The ants. Everyone can see ants communicate. You just look at them.
Things like what?
If I don't need to be a genius to figure that out. I figured that out when I was like 8, and I wasn't even religious at the time. So if I can figure it out, I'm pretty sure an Arab man can in the desert.
I really want to meet the Muslim that spoke to you. I wonder what he's thinking.
I think he stopped practicing Islam, actually. Error and contradiction. He showed you an error and a contradiction in the Quran. The Quran says that it can't be imitated. I've given you 2 examples of where it has been imitated, one of which your own God testifies to. Now, the way to think about this, bro, is just go, okay, this wasn't written by God.
I don't believe it could have been written by a man.
So you think
it's just too much.
So you think the God of the universe didn't know the world was round?
No, because the word I need to.
You have not proven that in any way.
I mean, there is debate around it, they say.
No, late Muslims by lying to them about their own religion. Remember, the Dawagandhists were telling everyone 30 years ago that there's only one Quran and they're all the same everywhere in the world. 30 years ago, that's what your lying Dawagandhists, your lying Da'i were telling the Ummah. Now, imitations of the Quran. So the Da'i lie to the Muslims all the time. The Da'i 30 years ago were telling you that there were scientific miracles in the Quran. Now you've got members of the Da'i telling you that there are no scientific miracles in the Quran and they've all been debunked. Why don't you just learn the lesson, your Dawagandhists, your Da'i, calling out all the Dawagandhists for manipulating the Ummah to make money. Right? And he's calling them out one by one. And I wish him the best of luck, because I don't want to see anyone defrauded, whether they're Muslim or anyone else. So I wish you the lying to you.
I don't follow him quickly.
But I'm pointing out to you that there is a culture of deception amongst the Da'i. And Zakir Naik is chief of Da'i.
Heavyweight champion.
Right? He's chief of Da'i. And we looked at 2 linguist interpretations of the very verse, and they both translated it the same. Fake verses, don't.
Does it rule out that there could that? It doesn't really completely rule out it could be in a round way.
No, it does.
I don't think it is.
No, wait 1 second. Right, it
just said spread out without really. They didn't translate flatly, roundly. They just said spread out.
The beginning says how. It says like a carpet. when everyone thinks what a carpet is, does it come to anyone's mind that a carpet is a sphere? No. You think of a carpet as flat.
So you can have carpet on stairs.
And a nexus of common purpose.
Right. Yes, you can have carpet on stairs, right?
So
But
it doesn't
one
mean
second.
necessarily
But
flat.
what is the normative shape that comes to your mind when you think about carpets? Right. So
Well, not
since
only flat.
since Allah, wait one second. So since Allah is trying to communicate something meaningful to people, do you think it is more meaningful that he would have gone, the earth is spread out like a carpet, but what I really mean is a sphere, and doesn't say that? Or does he mean the earth is spread out like a carpet, you all think flat, and that's what I'm trying to communicate?
This is the United Kingdom.
I think it's spread out flat if you look at it.
But that's not what the Quran says. The Quran doesn't say the bit of the earth you're looking at. It says the earth in total.
Generally.
So you got to deal with what Allah says, not what you want Allah to say. Allah says the earth is spread out like a carpet, not the bit of the earth that you're looking at. But the whole of the earth is spread out like a carpet. A carpet is flat, and therefore Allah is saying the world is flat, so therefore the Quran is false, and you have a good reason to stop being a Muslim.
Are you allies?
Honestly, I'll burn. That's what I worry
No,
about.
you will burn if you don't come to Christ. It's Christ that is going to save you, bro, not Allah.
I don't look. I said it to you.
What's the issues with becoming a Christian? What are the problems with Christianity?
Trinity.
Right, so what's the problem with the Trinity? Go on. I've bashed your religion for a bit. Let me give you the opportunity to bash mine, yes. Fair is fair.
It's only fair.
Go on. Give it your best go.
I think it's paganism.
Right? Yeah.
Paganism.
Right.
Even if it was a modalist thing and you believe Jesus is that, either way it's paganism.
Okay, let's deal with that first and we'll move on to your second objection. Define for me what you mean by paganism, just so we're talking about the same thing.
If you start worshipping, taking another god other than the one and true God.
Right, okay, great. I can assure you, right? I can assure you that Christians only believe in one God. We believe in the Creator God, an uncreated God. That's what we believe. The Father is uncreated, the Son is uncreated, the Holy Spirit is uncreated. Let me finish. And they alone are the Creator. They are not three gods. This is just another lie, another error in the Quran, because the Quran says we believe in more than one God, and that's why you do.
Even now you just said they.
Referring to the persons, not to gods.
Well, that's not one God.
No, it is one God.
Divided into three.
Not divided. We don't believe in division. You see, the thing is, you know, when I attacked the Quran, I got you first to admit that I understood the Quran's position about itself. That the Quran is free from error and free from contradiction. And then I showed you a blatant error in the Quran. And I understood the Quranic challenge when it said that you can't, the jinn and man can't produce, even working together, a surah like the Quran. And I showed you that Allah demonstrates that the jinn have produced a surah like the Quran. Right? When I'm attacking Islam, I'm attacking something I do understand. When you're attacking Christianity, you're attacking something you don't understand. If you want to attack the Trinity for what the Trinity is, not for what the Quran gets the Trinity wrong as being.
When Jesus was on earth, he wasn't the Father, was he?
Christians have always said that Jesus is not the Father.
The Father is God.
The Father is indeed divine.
Jesus on earth is God.
Jesus is also divine.
Is he God?
Divinity and God are interchangeable words.
Can you not see like...
The reason why I'm using divine rather than God is because I know when you say God, you think God and person are synonymous, right? So that's why I'm using the word divine, which is a synonym of God in the English language. And the reason why I'm doing that is to show that we've got three divine persons, but only one divinity, right? So only one God. Right?
Wasn't it a lot more simple to just believe there is only one God?
That doesn't decide what is true, firstly. That doesn't decide what is true, is the first thing. And the reality is that the idea that 3 is 1 and that 1 is 3 is something that you accept all the time, right? How the space that we stand in right now, is it 3? No, I'm going to. You're stealing. I'm going to. Do you want to do the conversation, JC? Do you want to do the conversation, JC? Right. Are you standing in 3 spaces right now or 1 space? Right. Is that space 3-dimensional? Is the space that you are standing in right now 3-dimensional? Right, 3-dimensional is you've got the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis.
There's length and width.
Length, width, and depth. That's 3D, 3 dimensions. Right, so you're standing in a singular space that is 3-dimensional. Agreed? Right. How many Qurans do we got? Yeah. 1 Quran. Is the halves the Quran? Is the halves the Quran?
That's what we recite and memorize.
The halves, the halves Qiraat, is it the Quran? Is the Warsh Qiraat the Quran? Is the Duri Qiraat the Quran? So you've got a Quran that you say is 1 book, but there are at least 7 different versions of your 1 book. Yes, they are different versions, right? If you look, and here's my evidence, right? If you look at Fadal, if you look at what?
MI5P.
Huh?
MI5P.
Anyway, so I have no idea. So if you look at the Fadal Solomon's, right? Fadal Solomon's abridged translation of the 10 Qiraat, he represents 30% of the differences between the different Qiraat. Now, most of those differences hardly count for a thing. It's the difference between saying tree and trees. But thank you, but they are different books, therefore, because if you have different words, you have different books. We got it in the Bible. We've got different versions of the Bible. We got no problem with that.
I read a book and I say it was understated. You're actually saying it was understated.
Yeah.
Still the same word.
Right.
It's just I say in my accent, you say it in your accent. Doesn't mean the word changes.
No, but there are examples in the Quran where the word actually changes. Like an example of where the Quran says those that fight in the way of Allah, and in a different Qiraat of the Quran it says those that die in the way of Allah. That's a different word. That is a different word. There's no way you can get around that, right? Like, I use an example to make it graspable, right? Do you watch Star Wars? Have you watched any movie? Harry Potter. Right, I mean, Harry Potter's not a great example because there's only been 1 version of the movie, right? But if you get Harry Potter, right, whichever one you want.
The book in the movie.
No. If you get Harry Potter the movie and you get the editor's cut versus the general release version, if you get the director's cut, he's in film, so he'll be able to tell you. There's always more minutes of footage in a director's cut than in the released version, right? Are they the same movie?
Yeah, they're the same movie, but
they are. Thank you. So they are the same movie, but they are also different. So you can have something that is the same in one way and different in another way. Just like you have with the Quran, just like you have with 3-dimensional space, and just like you have between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So you already accept the idea that something can be one in one way and different in another way. That is not a complicated idea to grasp, and if you can apply it to Harry Potter, if you can apply it to 3-dimensional space, and if you can apply it to the Quran, you can...
Jesus himself worshipped the Father. The Father didn't worship Jesus.
Right. Firstly, you're wrong, right? Because worship means to give due honor to something. That's what the word... No, again, I'll land on this point very quickly. Give the Son in the Bible. Secondly, if you're saying that someone can't be God because they give worship to someone other than God, other than themselves, then who was Allah making a great sacrifice to when Allah said, and we ransomed him with a great sacrifice? By a great sacrifice. A sacrifice is an offering you give to someone else So who was Allah offering the lamb to? And if he does, which he does in the Quran, and I can show you the verse if you want me to, that means according to your logic, he can't be God. So when are you going to abandon Islam and become a Christian?
For me, I imagine if I wasn't a Muslim,
Yeah.
the view I would take, the second best view I would take is just to believe in God.
Right.
And that would be, but then again, I'd start believing in the Prophet, so I would return to Islam. But people that are deists,
Yeah.
I think they're the second most reasonable.
Right. Right. Let me give you a gift. That's the question. Why does Jesus worship the Father? Bearing in mind you didn't know that the Father worshipped Jesus. Answer me this. Why does Allah offer up a sacrifice, and who was he offering up that sacrifice to? Yeah. All right. Look after yourself. Good to talk to you. And you. Tell me. Yeah, go. Let's talk to him. So you said I was lying. You said I was lying. Where did I lie?
So about the verse that you said about the jinn.
Go on. What did I lie about? Tell the lie, please.
Can you tell us what did you say to him?
No, tell us the lie.
Tell us what did you say to him?
No. You're making the accusation that I lied.
Yeah, you said the Quran
Provide your
says.
evidence. What is the lie?
You said the Quran says jinn is making words equal to Quran.
Right.
Did you say that or no?
Right.
Did you say that or no?
So.
Did you say that or no? Wait, before we
That's
continue.
the accusation. I know
Before we continue,
I
did you
know
say that or
you're
no?
used to speaking down to Christians, but you aren't speaking
Did you
down
say
to
that
me.
or no? I don't care. I don't care about. I'm not trying to win an argument. And I don't care about the camera. Okay, so
There we go. He's running. I told you to run. I told you he'd run.
did you say that? Yes or no?
What does the Quran
Are you scared? Are you
What
scared
does
of
the Quran
saying
say?
it?
Let's just look at what
Did you
the
say that?
Quran
Yes
says.
or no?
That's what the Quran
So
says.
simple question.
What does the Quran
So
say?
simple
Listen,
question. Did you
are
say
listening?
yes or no?
The Quran says when your
Did you
Quran
say
is
yes or
recited,
no?
pay heed that thou may obtain mercy.
Then you are not reciting the Quran. You are manipulating people about Quran.
revealed to me that a company of the jinn listened to the Quran. They said.
Who are they? You tell me.
Answer the question. Who are the they?
What is the verse?
Who are the they?
Listen. Listen. You want to listen or no?
Who are the they?
Are you questioning me only?
Yes, I'm questioning you only. Who are the they?
It's
I
up
know,
to me.
I know.
I
He's
say
used
whatever I
to
want.
dominating Christians, and he's upset.
Yeah,
that I
I'm
can't
happy
be
to
dominated.
dominate Christian.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah.
to dominate Christians.
Yeah.
Who are the they?
So, gee, the verse.
Right,
is
I'll
okay.
tell you who
Yeah.
that they are.
Then
I
I mean-
gave him the a time to answer the question. He didn't want to. Would you like to answer the question?
Yeah, go. Tell me.
Okay,
What
he's
you
asked
say,
me,
what you said
he's
to him.
asked me to educate him about
No,
his
no,
Quran.
you were lying. I
And
wanna
so,
accept-
now let me ask
What
him,
is it he says?
is that true
says
or false? Is that true or false? Is the day the
the
jinn?
verse
For
says-
anyone who wants
Have
to
a look.
follow the argument,
Have a look.
we're in Surah 72. Ayah 1. Right. Am I correct? Can you speak Arabic? I know you can. Can you speak Arabic? He's Egyptian. He can speak Arabic. He has confirmed that I am correct. Here's an Arabic speaker saying I am correct. Is he wrong?
You said the jinn says words equal to Quran.
Am I correct?
Did you say that or no? Yes or no?
Let's do this step by step.
Did you say that? Yes or no? Simple question. Did you say that?
Is the Quran
Did you
saying
say that? Yes or no?
Speak. Answer the question.
Did you say that? Yes or no? I said you are lying. Where did you
Let me
lie?
progress the
You
argument.
lied in
Let me
this.
progress the argument.
He said the
The
jinn
jinn
says
speak
words
in
equal
Surah
to
72.
Quran. The surah is not saying that.
The Quran
So he's lying in
says
this.
that if man and jinn gathered together and all the trees were pens and all the oceans were ink, that they couldn't produce a surah like the
It
Quran.
doesn't say that. This verse doesn't say
Surah
that.
72, Surah 72 is a surah of the Quran. And the Quran says that Allah is quoting the jinn.
You're lying.
So
You're
Allah
lying. You're
is
lying.
saying
You're lying.
that the speech of the jinn is equal to his own speech. Now explain where the lie is.
Yeah, you are lying.
Why?
It's not equal. The verse
No,
says,
why is that a lie?
the verse says,
What did I say that was a lie?
Let him speak.
What was
Let
I
me
saying?
speak. Let me speak.
You didn't say that when he was shouting.
Let me speak. You said.
What was
you
the lie?
said The jinn.
What was the lie?
The jinn. I'm talking.
What was the lie?
You want me to speak?
Did you shout while I was talking?
Yes.
Oh, suddenly it's I know I don't care.
Go away.
Go away.
Go away.
So, what was the lie?
You want to listen?
What was the lie?
You want to listen or
Tell
not?
me the lie.
You are saying.
Would you like to do it timed?
Let him speak.
Would you like to do it where you don't interrupt me and I don't interrupt? Did he interrupt me continuously?
No, I asked you. No, I didn't interrupt.
Yes, he
No, I
did.
didn't interrupt.
Why are you lying?
No, you are the
you're
liar.
lying.
You are the liar.
You've got your own
No,
camera.
no, you are the liar.
Your own camera.
Let me speak then.
Right, go on. I'm going to be quiet for a minute. He's going to tell you where I lied. Go on.
You said, speak louder. In the Quran, the jinn says word equal to Quran. This is what you said. This is lie. The verse says, قُلْ إِنَّهُ أُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ. Let me read it.
My book.
Let me read it. You want me to speak about it or no?
Get your own.
You have it on your phone. You have it on your phone.
What does the Arabic say?
Which book? قُلْ إِنَّهُ أُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ. Because I don't want to say wrong. We cannot discuss it. We have to say word by word.
Thank you. So he's just said what I said. Put it up in your own book. I'm not
And
doing this.
say, the verse say that the God is talking to the Prophet. Say, yeah, to Muhammad.
And then say what?
That.
The
Yeah, it is revealed that
The?
one of the jinn
said what?
hears
The Quran?
Quran.
Yeah.
They hear the Quran.
And then what?
Ajaba.
And then what?
Quran good. This is what the verse is saying.
No,
It
he
doesn't
cut off
say-
the verse.
It doesn't
It
say
says,
jinn are
and
saying
then
words equal to Quran.
Bring it
You
on.
liar. You are liar.
He said,
You are liar.
the
Why you
Jews
lie?
are speaking. And in the rest of the surah,
Yeah.
Allah is quoting the jinn. And the surah is a surah length of the speech of the jinn. So the jinn have spoken a surah's worth of speech that are equal to the Quran because they are in the Quran. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? What did I lie?
Speaking words equal to Quran.
Yes, and where are those words found?
The verse says that.
Where are the words found? Where are the words of the jinn found? Where are the words of the jinn found?
So it says,
Where are the words of the jinn found?
speak to him. Speak to the camera. Let the camera hear.
Where are the words
Go
of
to
the
the
jinn
camera.
found?
Let the camera hear. Don't
Where
say the jinn, but it
where are
doesn't say
they
what you
found?
say. You are
Where are they
manipulating
found?
people. You are lying.
Where are they
You are
found?
just lying. Why you
Notice,
lying?
again,
Once you have a
he
weak faith,
doesn't want to answer the question.
That's why.
Then show to the people why it's weak. Show to us why it's
I
weak.
did. I just
No, you
did.
didn't.
I just
All you
did.
did is an ad hominem. All you did is say I was a liar. You didn't say that when he was shouting. Be quiet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if Allah quotes the jinn, whose words are in the Quran? The jinn's
Here is a
words
translation
by
in English.
Allah's quote.
Here is a translation.
Right?
No,
So
let's
why
see it.
is Allah
See it, because it
quoting
doesn't
the
let me
jinn
speak.
in his book at a
One of
surah's
the jinn
length?
hears
Why?
what is revealed
Because they
to
are
you.
equal to
That's
his
it.
honor.
No,
They are
not the jinn is
equal
saying
to
words
his
equal.
words. The Quran.
Liar. He's just
So
liar.
Allah
Liar.
testifies.
Why you lie?
Allah
Why you lie?
testifies.
Why you lie?
Where's the lie?
Why you lie?
What was
Unless
the lie?
if your book is
What
distorted.
was the lie in what I said?
You are lying.
What was the lie in what I said?
You said the jinn is making words equal to Quran. The verse doesn't say that. You are
I
lying.
never said that.
You did say that.
No, I did not say the
just-
verse.
now he's saying I did not say
I'll
that.
repeat my argument.
When I brought the translation.
I'll repeat my argument because he did not listen the first time.
No, I hear you.
And he did not
This is what
listen
you
the
said to
second
him.
time.
You were lying.
And he did not listen the third time, ladies and gentlemen.
He is a liar, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
what did I lie about? Try to keep up. Step one of the argument, Allah says that his words cannot be compared to anyone else's words, and no one can make words equal to his words. Are we all agreed that's what Allah said? Right. At length, the speech of the jinn, true or false?
You are a liar.
What? He says it's false.
You wanna listen why
He
false?
said it's false.
You want to know why false?
Let me quote the verse.
You are a liar.
Say, this is Allah speaking, we have really heard a wonderful recital. Let me ask you the question. Who is Allah quoting the words? Whose words are these? We have really heard a wonderful recital. Who is Allah quoting there?
Say, it is revealed. Say,
No.
it is revealed.
Who is
Say,
he quoting?
It is revealed.
Who is he quoting?
Let me speak. Let me show the people how you are lying.
Who is he? Tell me how he lies.
Say, it has been revealed to me. Allah saying to the Prophet, say, it has been revealed to me. That means the Prophet didn't know the jinn listened to the Quran. And they admitted that they were impressed by the Quran. But Allah revealed it. Say,
No! Allah
say
said,
it has revealed,
they
to
said,
me.
everyone
You are
say,
interrupting me now.
they said,
You are interrupting me now.
they said, they said, who is the they? The jinn.
It has
Who
been
is
revealed
the
to
they?
me.
The jinn. Go Quran.
Finish talking? Right. Can I speak now?
Go on.
Can I speak? Say, it has been revealed to me.
Yes,
It
man.
has been revealed to me. That means Allah is revealing to him. To the Prophet. Is that right? Do I agree about this or no?
Yes, we agree.
Yeah. That's a group of jinn. That's why you're lying.
Right, now let me explain why I'm not lying. Because he cut off the end of the verse.
I didn't. It is
No,
here.
notice he's
It is
interrupting.
here.
Notice he's interrupting.
Okay, I'm shutting down.
Notice he's interrupting.
Okay,
Because
I'm
the bit of
silent
the
now.
verse he doesn't want to read to you, I will read to you now. I'll read the verses in full. No, say it has been revealed to me that a company of the jinn listened to the Quran. They said, everybody repeat, they said. Who is the they? So whose words are we about to hear? The jinn's words. We have really heard a wonderful any gods with our Lord, and exalted is the majesty of our Lord. He has taken neither a wife nor a son. In other words, these are the words of the jinn. And where are the words of the jinn found? In the Quran. So the words of the jinn testimony of their own God, ladies and gentlemen. The Quran has a contradiction in it, and that's why he should become a Christian. And that's why he should become a Christian.
Can I respond to your lie now?
Right, go on.
Yes. So it is revealed that I don't know how to translate it properly.
They said.
But they yeah. So,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So
They said.
It's telling a story. It's telling what happened.
Is Allah quoting the jinn?
No, it is telling
So
what
Allah
happened.
is lying.
Allah is lying.
So Allah is and you're not going to do a damn thing about it.
Because I cannot insult your faith.
I'll say whatever I want, and there will be nothing you can do about it.
This is rude. This is rude.
No, we're not in a Muslim country. If you want to live like that, go back to a Muslim country. It doesn't work here. It does not work here. I'll say what I want.
You are insulting.
I'll say what I want.
I'm not. So just be respectful.
I'll say the British Army is not serving in
This
Palestine.
is rude. I didn't insult your faith.
Free the
You
Copts
insult my
of
God.
Egypt.
What about the Copts in Egypt?
Right, no, let's stick to this. Stop running away. Stop running away. So
What's wrong with the
let me
Copts
ask
in
you this
Egypt?
question. Let me
What's
ask you
wrong
this
with the Copts
question.
in Egypt?
Are you from Egypt?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
from
from
Egypt?
Egypt. I'm from Egypt.
There we go. Another
What's
one that
wrong?
needs Quran. He's saying that the Quran, Allah is not quoting the jinn. So let me ask you this. If Allah is not quoting the jinn,
Allah is telling
was
what
he
the jinn
wrong?
says.
Was he in error?
Allah is telling
or
what
was
the
he
jinn
lying?
says. What's wrong with
or
that?
when he said they said? Did you hear
The
the
Prophet didn't listen what the jinn said.
Did Allah?
So Allah revealed to the Prophet
what the jinn said? Thank you.
So what's wrong with
Thank you. That's the point.
What's wrong with that?
Thank you.
In your book, it says.
I will explain.
In your book,
I will explain what's
it's
wrong
not
with that.
sincere. It's just.
Why is it?
It is bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
What's wrong when God revealed to the prophet what he didn't listen from the jinn?
Did he quote?
He told him what the jinn said.
What's that quote?
Can
Explain
twist
what's
the
wrong.
facts also.
Try your best.
And make your book
Try
a
your best.
satanic book.
Try your best. So
easy.
let's try and work this out. There's a child present. Stop swearing. Child. There's a child.
My
present.
language.
There's a child present.
She
And English is my language. So, by the way, let's and he'll complain that he didn't hear. So here's what's wrong with his argument. Either Allah lied when he said that the jinn said X, Y, and Z, or he misrepresented what they said. Now, when Allah says they said, we can expect when Allah puts the words of quotes into the jinn that should be what they actually say. And I'll give you a test case. I'll give you a test case. Did the Jews say yes? So when Allah quotes the Jews, right? When Allah quotes the Jews, the quote is accurate. Okay, so let's look at another one. When it says, when Allah quotes, don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. You wanted to do the interruptions. I can do quiet and calm conversations. Exactly. Therefore, you can't complain if somebody treats you as you treat them. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
You are lying. I'm telling you are lying.
but you haven't proved the lie. Jinn, I said that the words of the jinn are in the Quran, and because Allah quotes the jinn in the Quran, then the words of the jinn are equal to Allah's words in the Quran. Where's the lie? Go on, you try. Let's see if you can do better.
I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
So if Allah quotes the jinn in the Quran,
Yes.
what is the issue in that?
Right. So what is the issue in that? It's a fair question. Right. So let me answer your question.
Slowly and clear.
What is the problem? Right? If Allah just quoted the jinn, there would be no problem. There would be no
But
problem.
there's multiple quotations for the Quran.
But exactly. But Allah said, I'm trying to answer your question. If you interrupt less, I get to the answer quicker. Okay, there we go. Right. But here, not the jinn or men can produce a surah like the Quran. Is that correct?
So did the jinn?
I'll say it really slowly.
No. It's inevitable. It's the word of
The
God.
Quran says
cannot be
that
duplicated.
neither the jinn nor man can produce a surah like the Quran. Is that true? It's not a few words.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the surah.
And let me see this.
It's
so
the surah.
I can back your claim.
Right, look. This is the beginning of the verse.
Say it has been revealed.
Keep going.
He's speaking to the Prophet Muhammad.
Correct.
To me, that a company of jinns listened to the Quran. They said,
Who's
this
they?
is the quote.
Who's they?
This is the quote. We worship any gods with our Lord.
Keep going.
And exalted is the majesty of our Lord. He has taken neither a wife nor a
Keep
son.
going. Keep going, because the
There
quote
were some
continues.
foolish ones among us who used to utter extravagant lies against Allah. But we do think that no man or spirit should say aught that is unto the jinns.
But they increase them in folly. Right.
End of quote. Look, quotation marks.
right.
Have you done English
Wait.
literature?
Yes.
Did you do English literature?
Let's do English
No.
literature, because I'm going to show you
Mate,
that you're wrong.
he has just flipped the page because he cannot beat my argument.
Right, one
there
second.
we go. We are done.
How many verses? No, we're not done. Surah 112 has 4 verses. There's not a surah like it. The last surah of the Quran has 4 verses. The quotation in this surah has 5.
What is the issue with the
So it
quotation?
is a surah like it.
in the tablet.
Right.
Before jinn get created.
Yes.
Plus, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu says in every ummah there is an inspired person in every ummah. Can be from jinn, can be from human. Now, if that jinn is inspired,
Okay, if you can't answer my
was
question.
inspired by who?
Right.
There is an inspired one.
But where does that prove that this jinn who was speaking was inspired by Allah?
Okay, where is the proof that he was not inspired?
Right, I'll give you that proof.
Okay, show me
I'll give you that proof.
That's fair.
I'll give you that proof.
That's fair.
When Allah call him a prophet? Does he say that this jinn is a prophet?
He's not need to.
Does Allah quote the Pharaoh?
He's not need to.
Is the Pharaoh a prophet?
Wait,
Thank you very much.
No.
Allah
Wait.
quotes
Let me answer.
those who are
Let me
not
answer.
prophets,
Let me answer.
and those that he quotes
Let me
as
answer.
prophets, he declares
Look how he
as
twists.
prophets.
A man. He didn't see the prophet. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Every woman of man.
It's
Every woman of man.
Yeah.
Did I hear you right?
But he didn't say, why you see the prophet? Why you see the prophet? Why you lie? Why you lie? Why you lie? Why you lie?
All the jinn.
Ummah.
All the jinn. Man.
He said ummah.
You said every
ummah.
ummah. I just You just clarified it was ummah of man.
No.
Are you misquoting yourself?
He said ummah.
Are you misquoting
He
yourself?
said ummah.
Every
You said
ummah.
ummah of man.
Every ummah.
You said ummah
I
of
asked
man.
you to clarify that.
No, I
Sam.
didn't
You
hear
said
properly.
yes.
I didn't
It's on
hear properly.
camera.
I didn't hear you properly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
fair enough.
Right. Eternal tablet. How does a rock have the eternal quality? How can you have an uncreated tablet?
Which one you got?
How can you have a tablet that's uncreated?
Look at it.
Tablet, Sam?
Look how he twisted again.
What's a tablet,
Look how
Sam?
he's an
Yes.
inspired person.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That jinn who they quote, they can be inspired.
for him, man.
Inspired by who?
Right. But the point is, you have no proof that they were
Can
inspired.
you have no proof that they were not inspired? I disagree with you. Okay.
Because there is a pattern in the
And he was not a prophet.
And he quotes.
And Pharaoh look at the bank himself. And Pharaoh was not a prophet.
So wait.
prophet.
So his logic is.
Yeah.
So his logic is.
Everyone.
So were the Jews inspired by saying that they crucified the Messiah? Were they inspired? Sam, were they inspired? Were they inspired? Where is the argument? Here's the argument. The argument is this. Allah quotes people that are inspired. Allah quotes people that are not inspired. He quotes the enemies of Moses. He quotes the enemies of Jesus. When he is quoting his prophets, he identifies them as prophets. He is quoting the jinn and he does not identify them as prophets, ladies and gentlemen. He does not identify them as prophets.
That is a lie.
So Sam, where
That
is
is
the
a lie.
evidence that the jinn...
Evidence the Prophet Muhammad
You
sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
have the burden
I give you the
of
hadith.
proof.
I give you the hadith.
Ladies
Stop
and
lying.
gentlemen.
Where is the proof they were
You
not?
made the claim, the burden
Where
of
is the
proof
proof?
on you.
Where is they were not? I give you the
You
hadith.
understand? Thank you.
Yes, I have the hadith.
You can't prove the negative. You can only prove if you make a claim. If you make a claim,
Yeah, I give him the hadith. Listen.
If you make prove it to me that Jesus
Akhi,
is God, I'm not going to believe your Bible.
Why are you telling me
No, I'm
that?
just saying
Right, go
example.
on, make your point.
So you make no
Let
sense.
him, no, he is
We
making
have
sense.
evidence.
He is
You have
making
your own
sense.
evidence. We have our
No,
own evidence.
he's made a valid
You
point.
understand now?
You cannot prove the
Is that
negative.
clear?
You're not making sense.
Okay,
You're
prove
not
it to me
making
that
sense.
Elijah revived a dead person.
Trying to change
That is my
Right.
evidence. Can you bring
You
evidence they were
have
not
made a
inspired?
claim
Can you
that the
bring
jinn
evidence they
was
were not inspired?
and you have provided
Why
zero
you running away?
evidence
Why you running
for the
away?
claim
Bring
that the
evidence
jinn
that
was
I
inspired.
give you the hadith of the
Sam.
Prophet.
The
I give you
burden
the
of
hadith.
proof is on you. What was my claim, Sam?
I give you the hadith.
What was my
But you
claim,
didn't give
Sam?
nothing.
What was my
You
claim,
didn't give
Sam?
nothing. You just
What was
lied.
my claim, Sam?
Yeah.
What was my claim,
Finish
Sam?
with him. Finish
What
with
was
him.
my claim,
Finish
Sam?
with him. Finish.
Come to you in a second. What
Finish
was
with
my
him.
claim, Sam?
Finish with him.
No.
Finish with him. I
What
give
was
you the
my
hadith.
claim, Sam? You're not keeping up with the argument. And now that we've demonstrated you weren't keeping up with the argument, now I'll talk to him. So let me introduce you to
You
the
admit that you
argument
don't
that
have
we're
a
having.
single evidence.
Let me introduce you to the argument that we're having. Okay?
Now you have evidence.
Right.
You admit that
Sam,
there is no evidence.
you said talk
You
to
have no
him,
evidence.
and now you're
You have no
interrupting
evidence.
me. Sam,
You have no evidence.
shall I talk to you or talk
Tell
to
me.
you?
Don't tell me.
step
No,
by
you said
step.
you don't want to talk to
And
me.
No. You keep
That's
shouting,
why Jesus
so
called
now
your
I'm
dog.
going to talk
You
to
said you don't want to talk to me. Go
The
away.
Quran
Go away.
claims, the
Go away.
Quran
I don't talk to
claims,
the dog.
listen Muslim cameras and listen all you
I
Muslim
don't talk to the
watchers,
dog.
right? And watch on so-called films how these channels edit this bit of dialogue.
Yeah. Jinn, they were not inspired.
Imitable,
Can
cannot
you
be
bring the
imitated.
evidence that jinn they were not inspired?
And yet Allah is quoting.
Can you bring jinn they were not inspired?
The jinn.
Can you bring the jinn they were not inspired? You believe in a book full
5 verses
inspired.
continuously.
Mark, you believe
Surah
is inspired.
112
Luke inspired.
only has
John
4
inspired.
verses,
Matthew
and
inspired.
Allah quotes.
Can you bring evidence that jinn they were not
That
inspired?
means that Allah has testified
You can
that
keep talking
the
here.
jinn
He has
have
you have no
matched
mind.
his own words.
Can you bring
Now
evidence
that's my
that
claim,
jinn they were not
and my
inspired?
evidence
Can you
is
bring
in
evidence that jinn they
Surah
were not inspired?
72.
He couldn't answer the question,
Sam's
wallah.
argument
He couldn't
is better job than you. He did a better job than you. You should let him teach you. No, Sam's argument was that the jinn are inspired.
Yeah, he said
Right, that's his claim.
Likewise, you believe your
But the
Bible
burden
is inspired,
of
fully
proof
inspired.
is now on Sam to prove that
Yes,
the jinn
I bring for him
speaking
hadith.
here
I give him
are
hadith.
inspired.
Otherwise he will ask
So
me from
sh-
okay. I told you the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said in every ummah there is a person inspired.
Can you bring it up so we can see it?
This. Now,
bring it up?
can you bring for me? Wait, yes.
Can we bring it
Wait,
up?
wait. Yes.
But in this
Yes. Okay. Ummah can be jinn, can be
take seats of
who?
let them go. And then at some point we couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I think what
This is a weak argument.
according to the Quran.
Shall we talk about something that's not? It's like me asking Satan talking in the Bible. Show me where
No,
who
it definitely
inspired Satan.
says that
Nah,
to
that's
me,
irrelevant.
the company of
You
jinn
understand now?
listen to the Quran.
Satan is talking in the Bible.
And in another
So you're saying the tasfir is wrong.
Allah says, can you
Look, you guys should listen to him. He's an atheist, and he's doing a better job than you lot.
Okay, wait. What did he say?
because I also read the
No, he's
Quran.
not atheist, he's a Christian.
No,
I talked to him
Are
before.
you an atheist or a
I
Christian?
talked to him before.
Dawagandis lying again.
Yeah.
Dawagandis lying. There you go. Now ask him where he's from. Now ask him where he's from.
And
He's from Egypt.
I'm just making
Now ask him what family he's
He's
from.
ex-Christian.
He's an ex-Muslim. Ex-Muslim.
Ex-Muslim. No,
Ex-Muslim or ex-Christian?
Ex-Muslim. Ex-Muslim.
Ex-Muslim. Ex-Muslim.
I like this topic.
No.
Are you scared? Are you
Conversation
scared?
over there. No, that's not happening.
Scared.
I'm talking about
He's scared.
neutral grounds, right?
Bob
So, but
is
I
scared.
suggest-
Yeah,
Before
Bob,
going
I'm
on
asking the
becoming an
same
atheist.
question.
So according to my
Show
studies,
me where
what
Satan was
the-
inspired,
one second, please.
because
He's
in the
not
Bible,
He's just banged
Satan
into the
is
camera.
speaking.
He's got his microphone.
It's just at
Who
some
inspired
point-
him?
at some
Shall we go away and talk over there?
He accepted, now he's leaving.
So, no, we'll stay, but we're staying on this topic. We're staying on this topic. We're staying on this topic. So here's the argument.
fair?
No, Sam, I'm either debating
You ask the
you
question.
or I'm debating you.
You ask the
Right, I'll
question.
continue to debate
Sam,
Sam.
go
Go
on,
on, Sam.
Sam.
Go on. Go on, Sam.
You ask me a question.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, if I ask you a question.
In chapter, you want the first?
Yeah, can you bring? Yeah, bro, I believe you. I believe you. I believe what you read. Honestly, I'm not disputing what you're saying.
No, it's fine. I'm being neutral here.
I know,
I'm not taking
I appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate it. Yeah? And I accept what you're saying. But these guys think I'm a fool. And they're trying to put this video,
You're a liar.
this video to so
You see how much you expose? Yeah. Me, I don't ask for donation. You're a liar again.
Right.
You're a liar again.
So go on, show us the hadith. Sam. No.
No, I have it in Arabic if you want to
Okay,
read
he's
it.
going to bring it in English.
And they will bring for it as
It's 24, yeah? Chapter 34, 35, 24.
What time are we on, guys?
35, 24. 24.
5:30.
Yeah.
Right, bro. No, I have to go.
Oh.
So next week, let's debate this.
He wants to go now.
No, I have to.
No, we will do here. We will do
I do have to go, genuinely. I have to.
No problem.
No, I really do have to.
No.
I really have to. How many times do Muslims go, I have to go to pray? Right? I've got things to do as well.
Hadi, my
I
guy.
was just passing by and I came here today. I traveled
Did
a
he show
long
you?
time just so I can witness this dynamic between a Christian. He has I will for the Christian. I'm not going to say that you may live in and whatever, but it's like a circle of people. Like I'm sitting in his place, and I feel a little bit like I'm afraid.
No one here intimidates me, even if they think they do.
That's a bit offensive.
Maybe that's what I'm not intimidated. Right?
You intimidate you.
No. I mean, you might want to try sometimes, but you don't.
Yeah, like what you did.
You might try, but you don't like it. Right? No one's intimidated. And to be fair to them, they're not trying to intimidate.
The topic, Christian's dilemma.
No.
Why only one side? Monologue.
You wanted to get on my
he just wants to
We can
talk
do
about
two
the
separate
Quran.
debates.
He doesn't want the Islamic Bible.
Because it's scared.
Same time. No, 30 minutes.
My topic first. Okay, shake on it, on camera, shake on it.
Next week.
Wait, I need to check my hand. I need to check. No, I need to check.
I want Christian's dilemma.
I need to check. Before I can agree, I need to check.
You are good to project yourself.
Like, is there any chance
Right,
you
look,
like summarize?
just so you can
someone
see
that
I'm not
just came?
lying, I'm involved in a protest next weekend. Yeah, you can see it in my diary, don't lie.
Preach the gospel, no.
Brother, can you see the...
Do it now. Come on.
You're not coming on Saturday the 19th?
Today even I just got off.
Do it now, if I wanted to, I could pretend that you're running on the 19th.
No, I'm not going to be here. Unlike.
And I'm saying next week I'm not going to be.
Let's do it now.
I've got to go, bro. I'm sorry. I've got things to do.
Do it now, man.
On the 19th then. Right.
If I'm free, I'm going to come from you.
Where's Freddie? What? Right, are we going?
What was the
Shall we go?
question he was asking? What was the question? What question did he ask?
I know.
No, I was asking the brother that about.
I still disagree on the remarks that he made.
Yes. But
These are racist remarks.
no. I said he should go as well because he's an Islamist. No, I did not say this. I said another Egyptian that should go is what I said. Right? I've got Coptic friends, Coptic Egyptian friends in this country. I don't want them to go. Right?
You want people who have a different. Most people don't want Christianity.
I agree.
The majority don't. Would you also want them to go?
I do believe in exile.
In exile, you want to exile the British people.
I believe that I believe
The British people.
no.
Native people of Islam.
No. Again, you jump into conclusions because when we're talking about you, we're talking about migrants. You have to jump through hoops to get a passport. I don't. I just need to show my birth certificate. That's just a fact. So I'm saying that we need a migration policy, right, that favours the British values of this nation. When you went to me, go read the comments about this, and they will be attacking me for saying that JC, who's from Peru, right, but he is a Christian, I support his migration to this country. Brother, you born here or somewhere else?
Somewhere, India.
Where were you born?
India.
This brother who's a Christian from India should be here, right? But I've got to go.
With the values of this country.
Look, I tell you what, get into it. If you want to keep talking, I'll meet up with you. We'll get a coffee and we'll have a chat.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
I'm seriously offended by it.
Yeah, but I'm offended by you whitewashing the persecution of Christians in Egypt. So I tell you
I
what,
repeatedly said that's not what I'm saying.
if you take, just say Christians are being persecuted.
Which I said several times.
No, say it now.
several times.
But you didn't.
I said yes, there is persecution in Egypt
Because they are Christians.
against Christians.
Because they are Christian.
Against people.
Because they are Christian.
Because they're minorities.
Because they're
They're
Christian.
minorities.
Close enough.
Close enough.
I'll take it back that you should be deported. All right.
So my
People want to kill each other. People want to
Let him finish. Of course, I know you're Quran. Let him finish.
Look at him. I'm giving you evidence. Please listen.
What's your day job? I listen. I'm a stand-up comedy. I comprehend. Really understand.
Just let him quite successful, as you can see right now. Thank you. Now stay focused. I'll give you everything.
You just read. Don't add. You read only.
I'm going to read it with him.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll read it with him.
No,
I am here. The only person who's adding stuff right now, you. Every time I want to read, you're adding your waffling on. Don't add your waffle. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. Homes. So where were they? In their homes.
In a war.
Don't add your waffling. Let me read.
They're saying peacefully. Who said peacefully?
I am reading right now.
Reading
Don't
from the
interject.
middle?
Do you respect the Quran? Global warming.
Okay.
I am reading. You are interjecting.
Continue reading.
You don't interject. I'm getting too bored with you, my dear. Their homes. Where were they? Homes. Their homes. At the first gathering. You did not think they would leave what? Their homes. And they thought their fortresses. Where were they? Their fortresses. In other words, their town. Their town. But Allah came upon them. So the Islamic Allah went after them into their fortresses. And what did he do? He cast terror into their hearts. So they destroyed what? Their houses by their hands. What were they doing inside a town which wasn't Islamic? I haven't finished.
You missed the part where those people waged war
I haven't
on the
finished.
Muslims.
I haven't finished.
You missed the part where those people waged war on
have
the
not
Muslims.
finished because your Islamic Allah gives more in Ayat 14, same surah, Ayat 14. What does it say? The Quran itself bears testimony, and it says, they will not fight. They will not fight you all except within fortified cities. Christians were cowards that they will not come after you to fight. They will merely stay within their fortified cities, which in English we would call self-defense, not going in offense, taking a defensive stand. Fortified cities or from behind walls. Their violence among themselves is severe. You think they are together, but their hearts are diverse. Oh, you see, they are a diverse group of people who are cowards, who will not come after you in self-defense, and they are cowards. And so don't accuse that these Jews and Christians attack the Muslims. If you still want to claim that they attack the Muslims, provide evidence for me right now, sir. Thank you. What's the end? Please provide.
You started from the middle. You started from the end of the story.
Yes.
There was a treaty between the Muslims
Yes.
and the Jews.
Which ayat? Which ayat?
No. We'll go back to the ayat. I didn't
I am
memorize
interested in the ayat.
Let him finish his point.
What was the criterion he gave?
okay.
He said I have to read.
Sir, good sir.
Read.
Good sir.
Tell me, sir.
Good sir.
What is where are you reading from,
Say
sir?
my answer, then you can
Where are you reading from? Okay.
Let me say my answer, then you can read it yourself. These Jews had a treaty with the Muslims, peace treaty, and Muhammad sallallahu he tried to assassinate the Prophet Muhammad himself when he went to visit them, and because of that, they, as usual, as what we know about Zionists, not all Jews are the same, of course. Many of Jews are our brothers and sisters. A lot of Jews who's in Israel right now, killing people every single day.
Speaking about the 7th century, you're already waffling.
Just a second.
Stay
Let me
focused.
finish.
7th century.
This happened in the 7th century as
Same
well.
Jews in the 7th century, what they did, again, the peace treaty, they broke it, the same as they're doing
And they
today.
tried to kill Muhammad.
And they
Yes,
tried
they
to
did.
kill Muhammad, fight the Muslims face to face. So what they have done, they went only to assassinate, and then they went to hide in their fortress and the houses because of fear and terror. You think, Mr. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is what Allah is.
Cool story, bro. Where is your evidence for your fancy story?
He will show you.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And today in this
Cool story, bro. Where is your evidence? Where is it? Here.
And today war, the same.
Forget about today, sir. Excuse me, sir.
These Jews,
You are utterly clueless even about the one
same.
question I've asked.
7th century.
Now you're going to give a lecture
And
about.
until-
Give me evidence.
You were talking a lot. Let me finish. Now,
I wasn't talking a lot.
I will show you-
I read to you from the
I will show
Quran.
you the evidence.
Where is your claim in the Quran?
Wait, I'll show you the evidence.
Please.
That was in the 7th century. Until today, the Jews still
Enough
have
of
the
your
same
anti-Semitism.
behavior.
Stay
The same
focused, right?
behavior,
Look at the
same who were in Mecca at that time, Bani Qurayza, and today are the same Jews. And they will not
All
stop.
venom
Wait,
has
wait,
come out.
wait, wait. This is
Now,
not venom. This is not venom. This is not
focus
venom.
on evidence.
Wait, let me
Where
finish.
is your evidence?
Let me finish. And the Muslim Islam, we don't do slap my face on the right and take the left. We defend ourselves. Who
Is he
attacks
going to
us?
give evidence? Right.
Islam is
So,
hadith plus Quran.
which hadith?
Islam is not. I just said the hadith. I told you the whole story. The reason of this verse is why they accept me.
Did you understand the word hadith? Excuse me, I am done. Hadith did he quote?
Listen, I'm not gonna debate you.
Which hadith did he quote?
Are you gonna
Simple.
listen to me?
It's a very simple question.
Are you gonna listen to me?
Which hadith did he quote? Simple. Yeah.
So to understand Quran, you know that you have to read hadith as well.
Listen to me carefully.
No.
I have understood the Quran.
I would not understand Quran without.
But have you understood?
Hadith?
Have you understood?
Yes.
Now that you've understood.
I'm not here for debate.
Now that you've understood, get to the facts. Which hadith did he quote? Please. Simple.
It's not in my mind.
In other words, you're clueless. The clueless man is giving a lecture right now.
Anyway, I'm done.
You're not done.
I made my statement.
No.
And
You know
I
what
was
you're done with?
listening to you before.
Clueless man with no piece of information who is done, happy with his cluelessness, and he wanders away. Is this man going to give a solution for jihad anytime soon? Of course he won't. For all that we without having a clue. Is there anyone else?
The lions for judgment.
So please help me
And
understand.
that judgment
Why
was-
did Muhammad engage in it?
Don't speak to him
Why did he do that?
in
In the 7th century.
okay? So why did he say it?
Are you sure you read the Quran? I have read the Quran cover to cover multiple times. I know it like a man. I am focused on understanding. Do you understand the Quran?
If you say your first statement is I understand the Quran, I read it and you said I know it by heart.
No, I didn't say I know it by heart. Who says? This is only
You
a
just said you know it very well.
It's not the same as I know it by heart. This is a silly thing. To Cambridge University, Oxford, everywhere. How many of them, how many universities are saying, oh, you really want to know? You now need to recite. Does anyone say
Do they
this?
ask your age?
Does anyone say this? I'm asking, were you born in the UK,
Did they
sir?
ask your age?
Excuse me, sir. Are you born in the UK, sir?
None of your business.
It's my business because I'm trying to find same as reciting. I am thinking illiteracy is showing up by that claim. And so I'm trying to find out where you had your education, where they told you you have to recite as opposed to. I'm assuming this gentleman was born in the UK, Ofsted. You need to find out where he went through schooling and you need to downgrade the Ofsted rating for that school. Throughout history, I don't know how, 40 years of age, can you see? Maybe 50 years of age, and even for the future, 20 more years, downgrade. Now begin using your mouth. Why did
you shush and start using your ears?
Why
use my mouth?
did Why did Muhammad engage in a jihad with the Jews and the Christians of the 7th century?
You've just got the answer 3 times.
Yeah.
You got the answer 3 times. You say you understand the Quran.
I'm going to
Trying
begin
insult-
answering the question sometime soon.
First, we're gonna-
Why did Muhammad start
First of
or
all-
engage in a jihad with the Jews and the Christians? Please start answering the question. If
doesn't
you have any
matter.
grievance with the food that he
It
cooked,
doesn't
which
matter if I
clearly
give
is
him the
doing something
answer
bad to your tummy
again,
right now,
because he's
you can
reluctant
complain
to
later.
listen.
Why
This
did
is more than your mouth. First of all, to be educated, you need to listen, right? You need to listen to your teacher, to learn the ABC, to learn the maths, right?
What's the answer?
But he's only rambling. He had the answer 4 times just in front of my eyes. It doesn't matter if I repeat him to about beyond
debate.
the context and
But
now.
do you know
Because-
what I've asked you?
Stop shouting. Stop shouting.
I'm
And
going
you're
to
not
move
getting
on
to my
right
personal
now.
space.
If you okay, that's fine. If you can stay there,
You're
your
just
personal
shouting.
space is clearly too much. I need to
How you
move away.
speak
Thank
to
you
your
very much.
family? Is that how you speak to
What
your
is the
family?
reason? Maybe Hashem can
If this
answer.
is
Hashem, why are Muslims running away? Why are Muslims running? Muhammad started a jihad.
Oh, you again?
With the Jews and the Christians in the 7th century. Why did he do it?
Anyone who hangs on a tree is cursed.
Why did Muhammad engage in a jihad with the Jews and the Christians in the 7th century? Why did he do that?
Muhammad did not engage in jihad. Some might be Jews, some might be Christians, some pagans. He had treaties. And when they betrayed the treaty and they practiced atrocities and persecution on Muhammad, after 15 years, your history or mine? My history and yours are different. Your history is slander and blasphemy.
If you stay for, okay, because you give all sorts of excuses and punishment, and you accuse me of slander whilst running away.
Slander and blasphemy, not slander alone. Blasphemy,
no,
slander.
Mickey Mouse Allah is not blasphemy.
No, I can't go.
Now help me understand. Times a day, your prayer clearly isn't working. Why did? Hello, sir, you sir. Please come this way, please. Why did Muhammad engage in a jihad with the Jews and the Christians? Say again.
Every time you try to put me in an argument and you say, oh, no.
On the online don't be hateful towards me.
Don't lift your hand.
How did I hate?
Don't touch me.
How did I hate? You're touching me.
No, you see, you're touching him. Don't touch me. I knew you were going to say it.
How did I hit?
You touched him. Brother, don't touch him again, please.
The clowns run away from me. So, including terror mafia, are scared, are running helter. I completely understand. I completely understand.
The cameras are in his path now.
I'm terribly sorry. How does Islam for families?
Excuse me.
Families.
His head is going to rotate to you in a minute. Just wait.
Families to be built up. Please move a little. Like the jihadists won't really. At Speaker's Corner, he won't be. Please, stay. You, sir, following me. Please stay.
Going over there.
Thank you. If you don't need jihad, why am I calling you a jihadist? Because according to Islam, hey, don't panic. Ask me a question.
Don't touch him.
Hey. Don't touch me. Excuse me. I never shake. Hey, you. I hand in my face. Hey. Look at it. Look at it. Hey, violence. Why did I call you a jihadist? Here is the answer. Why did I call you a jihadist?
Don't touch me, I said to you, yeah? Move your hand or I'll break your face.
Hey. Why did I call him a jihadist? The answer is there. I did. The answer was there. He assaulted multiple people already.
Who did I assault?
In front of
Who did I
cameras.
assault?
Oh, you beat me.
What did you call me?
You beat me.
What did you call me?
What did you call me? Capture this man.
What did you call me?
I called you.
Come on, man.
Typical Christian. It's a rule. You're touching me again.
I'm going to break your face in a minute. What did you call
Be respectful. Are you kidding me? Be respectful. Everybody, we're here to talk. Be respectful.
I'll break your face in 1 minute.
Yeah, I clearly see you're panicking. Go, teach. Why did I go? My dear friends.
Why would I panic?
Don't come into my personal space. You're coming to my personal space.
You are nothing to me. You are nothing to me.
Personal space.
You are nothing to me.
You're coming to my
I don't
personal
panic.
space.
You can meet me anywhere.
You're coming into my personal space.
Go to Afghan Island.
No. Why do I call? Hey, don't steal things. Have some. At least don't steal. If you want a lollipop, we can give you lollipop. Give you 10p. Look at these clowns. Why do I call? The Muslims are called jihadists in the Quran. The Quran says that every Muslim is a jihadist. That's what the Quran says. Now, when it comes to Met Police and brain what jihad means, and therefore you are offended, my dear friends, do one or two things, not both. Don't exhibit signs of schizophrenia. Stick to one idea. If you are a jihadist, say it boldly, speak. You better be. Because if you are not jihadists, and if you claim if you are Muslims, the Quran says you are munafiqs. And the Quran says munafiqs will get the same penalty as the kafirs. So my dear, plenty of people that are opposed to you, don't cover away from engaging in jihad. That's what the Quran says. Whilst you are in majority and whilst you are in minority, you have to engage in jihad. Says who? Against anyone without facts. If you want details, I refer you to the book that I have written, The Coming Islamic Takeover of the West. Unlike clowns like you, who are wanting to be parrots, trying to recite 2 or 3 ayats, and struggling even bottom to top like an intelligent man would do. Islam has been thoroughly understood, decoded, no problem. I now understand what jihad means. None of you have to tell me what jihad is. I know from the Quran. There are around 40 times the word jihad or its derivatives against the Muslims. And about 30 times the word jihad in the Quran are in relation to the Muslims. The Muslims engaging in jihad. And read through them carefully, my dear friends. From the non-munafiq, faithful Muslims of the Quran is what Osama bin Laden attempted to do. True jihad of the Quran was what the Islamic State attempted to do. What Boko Haram tries to do. Glorious young man,
Kill everybody.
a precious young soldier of our nation, laying down his life for the safety of us. Lee Rigby, and be ashamed and give up. Your Quran is a terrorist material. Be intelligent, be open, be honest, and learn and begin to give up. I have written, like I said, a book. If you want to get a copy, please. I am not illiterate. Like the person you follow, I am not illiterate. I am a literate man who has gone through the illiteracy of the Quran, the junk of the Quran for years. Flee. But you clowns come close to me, so please come by. If there is a brave Muslim here, come help me understand. Jesus is a marvelous man. Jesus is qualified. Your prophet, keep your Isa. My Jesus. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. So the jihad, see what they do. Send an old man in the last few days of his life and cause trouble, thinking the Christian is going to. Time is ticking, please. Please, the time is ticking. Please take a selfie. But before you breathe your last, my dear friends, I warn every single one of you, don't do what Muhammad did. If you do what Muhammad did, look at him. This is what, do what Jesus did. Learn from Jesus.
Look at Jesus.
Read through the Bible. And you will become.
This is Jesus. Yeah, but
if you read through the Bible, learn from jihad, you will become like William Wilberforce. Abe, he fled Pakistan because his next door neighbor wanted to kill him. Why did his next door neighbor wanted to kill him? Because look at him. At this age, is he going to be useful for jihad? He is clearly a burden for jihad. If you please stay away, you have disturbed me consistently. I am really... I am going to move away. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. You are an old man in the last few days of your life, so I am moving away. Thank you. So any Muslim brave enough?
Away from a brave Muslim, brother. What are you talking about? You said come here and then you're
He's violent.
Maybe you're not listening.
He's violent.
No, maybe you're not listening.
He's violent.
Look
He's
at
very
him.
violent.
Look
Very
at the
aggressive.
logic of this man.
You're very aggressive.
I am asking.
old man, very aggressive. They're scared from old man. Yeah.
You think this is the solution for jihad?
Two guys. You see, two guys.
My dear friends,
Aggressive.
what was the question?
Aggressive.
I'll ask the
Am I
nearest
aggressive?
comment up.
Am I aggressive?
I'll get
I'm aggressive. I'm aggressive.
You're
Am I
disturbing.
aggressive?
Yeah. Give me space, thank you.
We need a zookeeper to take this monkey. Take this monkey.
You are an elder.
Same logic.
Have some self-respect and stop demon. Stop being a demon. Stop being a demon. Have some pride and self-respect. You are an elder.
You are dangerous.
You are an elder. Have some pride.
Don't come after me.
I'm not coming after you.
Don't
Why are you
come.
running away, brother? He's running away.
Don't come.
You are very and you have to stop doing this. You know how to
Stay there, stay there. Mr. Oldman, stay there. Thank you.
You're very good at sucking.
All right. Asked is what is the solution for jihad? And the answer I'm told is to look at another jihadi trying to disturb me at Speaker's Corner. Now to you, sir, what is the solution for jihad? You're a Muslim, sir. What is the solution for jihad? For jihad. In other words, I'll give you a simple example. If you were to grab hold of the chief of Al-Shabaab by his collar right now, and if you need to teach him a lifelong lesson that he is a terrible man being a jihadist, what would you show from the Quran?
As a jihadist.
Please listen carefully.
According to Islam.
Now jihad to listen and jihad to respond to my question. If you know Al-Shabaab, you know Boko Haram. If today Boko Haram is a terror organization, there are terror organizations.
What does Tamil
Don't be angry. Otherwise you might be accused. Question is simple. If you grab hold of Osama bin Laden by his collar right now, of course he's dead and gone, but let's say he's alive, and you grab him by his collar and you make him sit down and you're going to teach him a lesson. You are a Muslim elder, you're going to teach Osama.
Quran doesn't say that you attack anyone and kill people, innocent people. It doesn't say that anywhere.
Listen carefully. Excuse me, my dear friend.
Fighting is allowed. Qatalaha is allowed. If you get attacked and your houses are taken or your religion is attacked, only then
Jihad and the associated words such as mujahideen are there in the Quran. So don't gaslight. Others have read, you might not have read, or maybe you're trying to gaslight. So stay focused right now.
you can't take out of context.
Show. And I show. And this is why you need to stay focused.
Yeah.
You Osama bin Laden, I am helping you. I am grabbing him by his collar. Yeah. You are the great Islamic teacher. Please, okay. Little Islamic teacher who knows the Quran, who clearly thinks he is wrong. So teach him a lesson, but don't give me your lecture. Show me from the Quran. What would you show from the Quran?
You want the answer?
But listen. What would you? Hey, listen.
Read this for him.
He's listening carefully.
I know what you want.
But he needs to know. So listen carefully. What would you do? Read it. Patience. What would you tell the jihads? From the Quran.
Whoever takes life unless as a punishment of murder, of mischief in the land, it will be as if they killed all of humanity. There is your answer, my friend.
Carry on reading.
There is your answer here.
Who is that for?
The Quran will never miss anything, yeah?
Where? In the Quran.
It says in the Quran.
Show in the Quran, please.
And you're not allowed
Get
to
me
fight.
something in the Quran.
So
But
that's,
before you teach,
you're taking things out of context. That's what you do. From the Quran and Hadith.
You haven't so far read anything from the Quran. Don't accuse before that falsely.
No.
This is called gaslighting. Islam.
That's what you're doing.
My dear friend.
Because
Listen carefully. One second. I completely. You need to listen right now. You need to listen right now. Otherwise, look, if you don't listen right now, they're going to recruit you for the next Mickey Mouse story. So please listen carefully. You need to engage in a serious manner.
Arul, what you need to do.
But what you need to do right now is to listen right now.
I've been listening.
No, please listen.
Look, don't insult
What is
other
the lesson?
religions. Look, just
What is the lesson?
Christianity.
I am asking questions. What would you do if I talk about you?
You don't insult other people.
Please listen. I am asking questions about Islam. Instead of engaging in a sensible manner, he is doing what Osama bin Laden would do. What is that? he is that Osama bin Laden had.
The whole verse.
This
Don't
is the
read whole
false.
hadith. You show us a hadith or a verse of the Quran. 3 verses. Where does it say you kill people?
Have you ever read the Quran?
We're not doing that.
Have
We're
you
not
ever
playing
read
with
the
traumatism. No.
Have you ever read the Quran?
Yes.
Show me one ayat which you struggle to do so far. One It says everywhere, it says kill, kill, kill.
Because you're taking things out of context.
You haven't
That's what you're doing.
Open.
Look at him.
Okay, when Prophet Muhammad he conquered Mecca, did he kill the people?
Which conquered Mecca?
When he conquered Mecca, did he?
Yeah, Surah Al-Medina, verse 32.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, let's
There we go.
Yeah.
This is the ayah.
Yeah.
Take verse 32
Shall we
and
read?
you'll see.
Shall we read?
Read it.
Come on, let's read. Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah 5, Ayat 32.
What Al-Ma'idah?
Al-Ma'idah.
Al-Ma'idah. Sorry.
Yeah, right, yes. It's not Al-Medina.
Al-Ma'idah.
You understand the Al-Mecca,
I'm not speaking, I'm just coming to join
Al-Jerusalem.
because you're asking this man something. I told you from the Quran.
Sure.
Let's see it.
Let's read. That's fine. You're a lovely man. You're beginning to engage. That's good. You are a friend. You're a fellow human being. We are fellow human beings. So we can, because of that, we decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever kills a soul, unless for a soul or for corruption in the land.
Yes.
So it says for corruption you can kill.
Yes.
For corruption.
For corruption.
Yeah. Do you know what the Quran?
Kill someone. What happens to you?
I am here, sir. I am here.
He asked something.
No, let me please. Do you know?
If you cause corruption, yes, you die.
Yeah. So we agree for corruption.
It's the law of the land.
Sure. For corruption, clearly, according to Islam, we can agree. There is death penalty. I know what corruption. No, one second.
No, you're getting a wrong impression.
Can I speak?
No, there's no death penalty for bribery
responding.
or this kind of corruption.
Can I,
no.
please.
Some people who make trouble in the land. That's what we're talking about.
What is causing corruption? Please, my dear friend. Unlike you, I have studied given, my dear friend. Do you see that? In Appendix 21, for the sake of completeness, I have given all passages where the word corruption shows up in the Quran. So we can all understand what corruption means according to the Quran. Please focus.
Be quick because I want to answer you with your own religion as well.
Sure. But do you see this passages related to
what is this? I don't know who this is.
This is my book.
Your book. You write this book?
Yes,
you write this book.
I have written a book.
Who are you?
I am someone who knows your Quran, who knows Surah 5 is Surah Al-Ma'idah.
You know, you take. It's okay.
Excuse me, sir.
It doesn't matter.
I know Surah Al-Ma'idah. You think it is Surah
Did I tell everyone I am
Al-Ma'idah?
here, the Sheikh of
And therefore,
all religion?
But please,
no, I didn't. So if I make a mistake, it's okay. I can make a
can we
mistake.
between us agree?
Brother,
I know better than you.
No, you don't
I
know
know.
better than me.
I knew it was
Because
Surah
if
Al-Ma'idah.
you know better than me, you wouldn't be arguing these cases, yeah? Same in your...
Unlike him, my dear friend, for all those who want to pay attention, Appendix 21, I have listed all references to the word corruption in the Quran, and guess what? According to the Quran, rejecting Islam,
this is his word, yeah?
Shirk,
Let's look.
i.e. being
Guys,
a Christian,
let's look at
is one of the
dictionary.
worst forms
Oxford Dictionary.
of
What does
corruption.
corruption say?
So let's read. Let's read. Surah Al-Imran. Surah Al-Imran.
The word corruption in Arabic. Go to that.
Surah Al-Imran. Let's go through it. Indeed, this is the true narration. And there is no deity except Allah, the Islamic Allah. And indeed, Allah is exalted in might, the wise. But, so what do we understand from this? Allah, the Islamic Allah, is the one true God according to whoever gave the Quran. And he says, if anyone turns away from the Islamic Allah, they are corruptors. I have turned away from ignorance about the church. Language grouping has nothing to do with the initial point he raised. If you want to claim and show yourself not as a joker at Speaker's Corner, know exactly at least what you claim. Being a Semite is being of a particular ethnic category. I know completely. There is Paul Williams, the clown, who has no clue about history, who claims that Arabs are Semites, and maybe he heard Paul Williams, the clown, to show up here and claim that Arabs are Semites.
All what I can do.
If Arabs are Semites, where is your evidence?
Did you bring any reference now? Did you bring any reference
Where
now?
is your evidence?
Did you bring any reference now?
Arabs or
Did you bring any
Semites
evidence?
is the claim.
What is
Where
Semite
is the
mean
evidence?
to you? What does Semite mean to you? Israeli? What Semite means to you? Can you answer?
One last time, and I will move on.
Move away.
This is what happens.
Move
Look
away.
at
Are
it.
you threatening me? Move away. Go.
I am not threatening.
Do I care?
I am not threatening. I am merely
Say
telling
one
you.
word and I'm moving away. Move from now.
I am.
Move. Yalla.
Look at the level of intelligence. I say one more time I ask, and so let me repeat. One last time, I'll ask this question. If you don't give an answer at least this time, I will be doubly confirmed in the idea that you are an utterly clueless man, and you have confirmed the previous categorization that I've had for you, which is the... My question to you is very simply based on your claim. Do you have any evidence to claim that the Arabs are Semites?
Yes.
What's your evidence?
You can do it. Yeah. Arabs are Semite and you are sucking up for Israeli. And Israeli, they do not respect you.
In other words, on speakers corner.
Everybody knows that you
Look
are
at
the
that.
hater here.
Look at
Everybody
that.
knows that you are the hater.
I have asked a question which is
Everybody knows you are the Islamophobe.
I have asked a question that would have required him to stay sensible, switch on the whatever switch that he needs to. I could have poured oil so we can get the head to move quickly. But the question I asked was responded by anti-Semitism at Speaker's Corner. My dear friends, Kia Starmer, of course you are a Kia scammer and you are leaving a terrible state that it is
What
in.
nation
This
you
one.
are? What nation you are?
He is
What
confused.
nation are you from?
He is confused.
What is your nation? What is your
Confused.
nation?
Like I said, terribly
What is your
confused.
nation?
Our nation is in the state that it is in because people show up at Speaker's Corner that our nation provides a number, and I would need to pay 10 pounds to a taxi driver and ask him to be charitable and take him home, whether chained or unchained, and drop him at his doorstep. That's what has happened to Speaker's Corner. Now, please listen to our milkshake and make your way. Please, we don't have help for everyone. Please, move forward. Thank you. What has happened? What has happened? You were very bold earlier, sir. You were very bold earlier. He's a heckler. Heckler. Bold. Sure. He was heckling. Have you got any? Have you guys? How to go? Carry. Don't spit right now.
No, I won't spit.
Now he's.
Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim?
Talk to me, don't lecture.
He's just a clown. He's just a clown. Just a clown.
Spitting. Don't
Just a
spit.
clown. But this one, don't clown.
Any intelligence?
And you guys, we're all stupid.
Is this the best?
Don't be serious as a clown.
Right. So to anyone who is curious about the discussion we had earlier, everyone can agree that according to the Quran, the penalty for, and ayat 33 also if you like, the penalty for corruption is death according to Islam. So the only question left is, what does corruption mean according to the Quran? And I showed you Quran, whereas he wants me to take his Harry Potter stories. Surah 3, ayat 62 to 64, I clearly demonstrated that rejecting the Islamic Allah is corruption. Rejecting the Islamic Allah. And I have produced a number of passages. I have demonstrated how. Why? Because I am intelligent. This gentleman wants to give a lecture when he could not cite one ayat.
We're all stupid.
What he said? He said he's intelligent. Did he say intelligent?
Yes, he's
Did he say, look at that? He's intelligent. Look at that. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
The troublemaker. Look at him.
What intelligence is that?
I'm not troublemaker.
Clearly 70 years old. You, sir. If no one told you this, don't stick around with your Aki for too long. Clearly 70 years.
Talk like a lecturer. He's not.
And run away. Happy? Happy? Are you happy? Will your children watch these videos? Please show your father videos to your children. My dear friend, to your 10 children when you go back home.
You say no, well, Christianity is that you keep insulting people.
Say again.
Why are you keep insulting people?
Who,
You
me?
call it Christianity?
How did I insult? How did I insult?
Ask yourself.
How did I?
Nothing. All this
He's the only one who was trying to. He really seems to have some problem with Indians.
You call this Christianity?
Trying
Doesn't
to-
matter. He lives in England. Where is he from? Why are you being racist?
He was trying.
racist? Yes.
He was
Why?
Oh yeah, racist. That's
Is
racist.
that radio? No, I don't understand. Don't tell me that.
He was mocking my accent. I did not mock his accent. He was mocking my accent. He's the one who is
I
racist.
could be a Jew.
I am quite happy with who he is, where he is. He is the only one who is not happy. And so, please pack your bags, leave home.
Your idea. I just
Please help us understand.
Do I say all Christian bomb shaggers? What is racism?
What's the penalty for corruption? For corruption
Did you come
in
and see us
Islam.
together or something? Are you spying on him?
I am a Christian. What is the penalty for corruption
Why are you looking
in
into his
Islam?
bedroom? Why are you looking into his bedroom?
You're Muslim.
Go get a wife, man. Go get a wife. Go get a wife. No. Listen, I'm married. I'm not gay. Don't ever look at me.
In Quran, it's very culture. Listen, if you speak Arabic,
I'll show you.
Quran in Arabic,
Let me go out for my book.
The racist guy is mocking the accent again.
boyfriend. Are you obsessed with him? You want to have sex with him? He's married. I'm married.
How can you ask him that question? Do you want to have sex with him? What kind of a question you're asking in speaker's corner and he's talking about religion? Man, don't talk to him. Look, he's standing there. Look at this.
Why is that guy always angry? This ringleader today.
Disgusting, man.
Clearly, disgusting. Clearly, he's on duty today. Mafia bodyguard.
Camel urine does to them. Camel urine.
I don't know what does today, but clearly engaged in violence. Sure. Just that gentleman is really.
No, this translation is wrong.
Can we read?
Corruption isn't facade.
Can we read?
Because that shows that Islam will kill people because of corruption.
I am here.
No.
He's not asking you. I am
you
asking.
look at the Arabic. The Arabic doesn't talk about corruption.
I am here.
So this
Can
is
we read?
Yes,
Can
please.
we read?
Yeah, sure.
Because of that, we decreed corruption in the land.
Yes, but not like on money and all that.
So what is this corruption?
What corruption is talking about, like causing trouble and causing factions to fight each other and causing, what do you call it, when people break this government, anarchy, that kind of thing. So Islam only allows to pick up the ringleaders and kill them.
Happy right
That's
now?
about Christianity and Torah.
Are you happy right now?
No, I will be happy if you just calm down a bit and respect.
I am very calm.
Respect to the
You're the only
religions.
one who is not
The
stopping.
Respect to the religions.
Excuse me, sir. I don't need to
You're
respect
living in the
anything.
UK.
Oh.
You're showing racism.
Oh. Listen carefully. To be both. One second. Now, where we may not agree is on what the definition of the word corruption means.
Corruption in the land. What would you say
Please.
corruption? Now, what would you say corruption in the land means?
Will you wait and listen?
Will you talk like
Will you wait and
bribery?
listen? Will you wait? I have read and studied all the occurrences of the word corruption in the Quran. Unlike you, I have. And I have produced in my book an entire.
in Arabic,
Are you
in English.
wow. I am talking about going reference in the Arabic and so on. There are tools that you can use to refer. But please, you either are you going to listen right now? Are you going to? Are you going?
What is corruption in the land?
Are you going to
Okay, listen? What is corruption
Are you going?
in the
You
land?
did not listen earlier. Listen to me carefully.
You're giving a wrong impression about Islam.
And so far, instead of engaging, you're wasting time. So please listen carefully. Excuse me, sir.
Look at the context.
Excuse me, sir.
You need to look at the context.
Excuse me, sir. I was speaking.
Yeah, go on.
You have been constantly interjecting. Will you listen or not?
Yeah, now listen.
What I'm saying is, unlike you, I have studied. I have studied the usage of the word corruption across the Quran to find out what it means according to the Quran. Are you here with me? I am speaking to you. Don't do chat GPT right now. I am here. Can I? If I am speaking to you, I am trying to speak to you. I can show you the Arabic if you like. Desperate about Arabic. Are you from Arabia?
I speak Arabic.
Little bit. So don't be desperate about the language issue. So I can show you Arabic. But now I have studied all the occurrences and I have produced an appendix. Can you see? Be intelligent. That's true. To study carefully, unlike you, which Muhammad has taught you never to ask a question, never to study anything useful. I have studied because Jesus has taught me that. But please listen carefully. Excuse me, please don't run. You haven't studied, I have studied. Instead of listening carefully to the lecture on the Quran, you're waffling. I don't know. Passages Maida 5, 64, 65, Yunus 10, 37 to 40, Bani Israel 17, 4 to 10, An-Nahl 16, 88, 89. Can you see? I have produced all the passages where the same word shows up, so we can all be on the same page. Please listen. And I'll take one example. I will take one example and we can read.
No, but what you need to know.
I will take one example and we can read. If you are any intelligent, you would listen. So I am taking the first example I have. Surah Al-Imran, Surah 3, Ayat 62 to 64. Don't type anything meaningless when I'm trying to read something. Islam, you are a corrupter.
Oh, fasad. That's fasad. Fasad is not corruption.
If you reject Islam, you are a corrupter.
Fasad doesn't mean no more
If you reject Islam, you are a corrupter.
Like anarchy,
if
like
you
fighting, killing people.
I'll show you. Don't rant on. Excuse me.
आप कहेंगे फसाद करप्शन होता है.
Come.
आप ये कहेंगे कि फसाद है और करप्शन सेम चीज है. फसाद करे उसको मारो. तो वो कह रहे हैं जो करप्शन करे उसको मार दो. Yeah. So I was asking him, fasad doesn't mean corruption technically. No, but Arul, you should learn from other people. I'm older than you. I'm saying
you might be older than me, but you are utterly clueless. The only two things you might learn something before it is too late in your life.
Fasad word.
Are you listening right now? Here is the word. The same word is the same derivative is here. What does the word say? What does it say? Of the ones who corrupt. The same
evildoers as well. You got corrupt evildoers. Corrupt evildoers.
What is your goal? Are you trying to understand
why
something?
are you reading half of it?
Excuse me. Are you trying to understand something? If you're not trying to understand, I'm going to move on. Good to see you. You can move on.
You
Thank
should
you.
try to preach to people in a loving manner.
Thank you.
As Jesus said, love thy neighbors.
Please.
Love thy neighbors.
Please keep moving.
You don't love thy neighbors.
Please.
You don't believe in Jesus.
Where is your
You don't
family?
believe in Jesus.
Where is your family? Where is it? Please, I'll say, show you way, please. Please, I'll show you way. You're wasting time. We are trying to find a solution for jihad, and he's wasting time at speakers.
About Islam and about Prophet Muhammad.
Thank you very much. You can accuse me of anything,
Prophet
please.
Muhammad and the Quran.
Please keep moving. Thank you.
Coming up with lies.
That way, please. Keep moving.
Your way.
Make your way fast. Don't come to me, sir. You're wasting time, please. Thank you. The Muslims, it is because of people like him. And most Muslims are like him. Instead of engaging with the details, when people are dying because of a silly little religion, instead of engaging with this and finding out the precious light called Jesus, he spends all with yourself, not interested. You wasted plenty of time. You are you're part of the problem we have in the UK, sir. The reason we don't have a solution for jihad is partly because of you.
Tell you to preach this way.
Not interested. Thank you very much. If you stay there, please make your way home. Thank you. Don't waste your time. Thank you.
You can't convert.
Thank you. Jesus is marvelous. In comparison, clearly, whoever gave the Quran is so terrible that people have to resort to violence, hatred, gaslighting, wasting time to deal with the issues that we have because of Islam. In relation to Jesus, do we have to do this? No, we don't have to. In relation to Jesus, we can be sensible, we can be calm, we can be composed. What is Islam? Like a couple of people who are so close to me right now. Instead of getting 2 pounds from the Muslims, you could have decided to use your brain properly and you will be an asset to the people here. But what we find, look at the number of people, racist fellows. Jesus is marvelous. Masih is clueless and he constantly runs away from us at Speaker's Corner. Why? Because Masih is clueless and because Islam is clueless. If only Islam had been credible, Masih would have had something to and what is the result? Masih sends his bodyguard to employ part violence and shout out partly, ruins your brains. Masih is a classical example. Apart from Masih, we have Hashaim, we have Bamza, we have Madman Masjid, we have Ali Baba, we have Muhammad Jihad, and all sorts of other people who are examples of the fact that Islam ruins people.
How's that?
If you don't want to be ruined and if you want to be intelligence, Jesus helps you think. Jesus helps you reason. Jesus helps you question. Jesus helps you get on top of historical material. Jesus helps you think through morality. Jesus helps you arrive at good. Jesus builds families. Muhammad, on the other hand, ruins everything. God's blessings to everyone. Thank you very much. God's blessings. Thank you. Lovely. Praise the Lord. Oh, it's going to be 7. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Lovely.
That was a song. It was with power, with force. That same guy, that eye on his shoulder. That same guy. Very antique. Yeah, he grabbed my arm. Did you see? He grabbed my arm and then he shot my arm. Terrible, terrible. Home touch. Come from out there, you're going listen to what exactly. It's interesting to debate how many a lot of people want to be on camera. He's done? Yeah, he's finished the Thank you. Have a good day, yeah. Thank you.